What is up, everybody? Hi, I have people with me tonight, more than one, and you're not going to have to listen to me talk the entire night.
Are,
Bonus.
are you not going to talk the whole night? Or
Well, I won't be the only one talking about
okay,
that. So, so yeah, no. How are you, gentlemen, tonight?
doing good.
Bill, you got your show
I'm
here in
doing
about
pretty
an
good.
hour.
We had an exciting end of the week here at my house, but I think everything's back in order again. And I'm going to go on
Why an
tonight.
exciting night at Bill's house? Let's cover the exciting week
It-
at Bill's house.
well, I really wasn't going to get into it, but my wife had a little scare, had to go to the hospital, but
Uh-oh.
she's home right now.
Well, that's
She had what's called a Baker's cyst on the back of her knee, and it's been bothering her for a while, and the thing ruptured, and
Oof.
it caused her leg to swell up. And
Oh,
when she went to the clinic, they thought maybe she had a blood clot, and that's kind of
oh, well.
scary.
Yeah, that's scary.
But
At least it
we
was
went to the
something that wasn't
hospital, had
missing.
a scan, found out she's fine. She's back home again. She was having a little trouble getting around yesterday, but she's getting around a little better today. So that's what I call exciting. I wasn't really happy about it. It wasn't the exciting.
Well, I guess I opened that can of worms, right? Didn't I? It's like, okay,
Well, I hate to be.
what do we got here?
Let's put this on an up note. She's doing fine. I'm
Good.
actually having a show tonight because I thought I wasn't going to be able to because I thought I was going to be working today and I wasn't. So, yay!
It works, right? Everything works out of the end. There you go. Solution, problem solved. So
She's not making you wait on her hand and foot though tonight.
We've been doing a little bit of that. She took a shower earlier, and of course she's on the other side of the house, and I'm down here doing this. And I said, "You take your phone in there with you, and if you have any trouble, you text me, and I'll run in there real quick." So we got it
how it
covered.
works. Yeah. My wife had a foot surgery twice. She broke one of her bones in her foot, so she was down for about that one. I think was like 12 weeks for that one, and then she had corrective surgery after that, and then she was down for another 12 weeks. So yeah, she got waited on hand and foot for 24 weeks.
But she did.
It's been a while since that happened. So everything is good with her feet now. So for the moment.
Well, I can tell you right now, you don't want anything to go wrong with your feet.
No, you don't. No, that's awful. So I am here, and tonight, pretty much, this is what we're going to be doing: is unboxing and talking, and it's in my intro, and yet I have never unboxed and talked on my own shows. So, it's been a while since all of us got to hang out. I'm hoping that more people will join me because I'm pretty sure I can get up to 10. I sent out a lot of invites, and I see people in the chat, so they're probably busy somewhere else. But, I am trying to find my joy today. See, I already started. Last night I said I had 16 that I needed to open. So I started last night, and I showed you guys this in the pre-show, but I know I haven't showed the audiences. I dig this guy. He has a smiley face. You can pop this thing off, and there are 5 different faces, and he's got a little red light in his head. There are 5 different faces, face plates that you can put in. But what I did is this was originally supposed to be his backpack. And I drilled a hole in his forearm, and then I turned it into a big, large gun. And he's going to be basically he's going to be a bat for Destro, since I just finished my Destro custom. So did you guys pick up anything, Thanos?
I got this big boy in yesterday.
Ooh,
I've been
yes.
seeing him around, kind of
Wow.
mulling over if I wanted to get him or not, and decided to.
You know what? It's cool. It looks cool. It looks fun, and it thematically it goes pretty much with everything that you got. Because you got a lot of high fantasy stuff, right?
Yeah, mostly fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
And then I have a bunch of these things too. So I got all these teeny tinies that were at the $5.
Yeah, I saw them, and I was just like, when would I ever use those? I mean, I might, but
Well, I used the refrigerator
use
set
those
with
in a
my Green
heartbeat.
Lantern shot.
Yeah,
What's
those
that,
are
Bill?
cool. I said I would use stuff like that in a heartbeat because, you know, my toys, they go on adventures. And so their adventures mean that they have to have dioramas and places to play and things to play with. And so little small miniature things like that just make scenes pop when you're doing toy photography or making videos of your toys.
Yeah, and
When
it
you're
worked
playing.
great for that. But for me, because of the way that I have my setups and I have my dioramas, I'm going to actually have battles in my dioramas. So when I finally get around to building all the dioramas, another of my 12 million projects that I have this, I start things and then I kind of get halfway through and then I, lose interest for a little while, then I come back.
I have like 4 dios started right now, and they're in various stages of carved and paint. So
yeah, I have all the stuff in the garage to do them. I just gotta do them.
I'm trying to get into, instead of because like my first dios were all built into shelves. I'm trying to get them more modular so I can pack them up. I can pull them out when I want to take a specific shot and stuff like that. So
Well, that makes more sense because you do a lot of photography. So I mean, that would be a preferred thing, right? I mean, you would want it to be able to be modular.
If you guys in the chat want to see some toy photography, Thanos does a great job over there on Instagram, on his Instagram channel. He's posting almost every day something, and sometimes it is a little risque, but it's always fun and funny.
thank you.
Yeah, the horse fisting was interesting for the week.
You know what? I pigeonholed myself into doing Fisto Fridays and Hump Days, and I'm like running out of ideas like real quick. So I don't know. Keep trying though.
Yeah.
Little sushi shop.
That's
Go
fun.
good with my
Yeah,
Dragon
they're
Ball.
cool. They're cool.
Where do you pick those up at Walmart or Target?
Five Below. They're
Okay.
$5.
They're $5. Yeah, I mean they're cheap.
I'm gonna have to hit Five Below again. I haven't been in a Five Below in probably a year or two.
Yeah, I don't really go there very often, but I saw a bunch of people posting these online, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go pick those up. Let's start breaking this big guy open.
Get yourself up on the big screen there, Payne, so we can see your toys.
All right, I will big full screen myself for 5 seconds. Not that anybody wants to see my face, but we will do this.
There we go.
There you go.
This was one of the ones that I definitely knew that I was going to get. I'm going to get that whole wave, but he was definitely had to be purchased kind of character for me. Loved Generation X when it came out, and just loved the look of Chamber in and of itself anyway.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for pretty much all things X-Men. I was trying to stay away from Marvel Legends, but I've been picking up more and more here and there.
I'm very particular.
Hard not to sometimes.
I'm really particular because I mean, I got her on clearance, but I don't really need an Emma Frost. But this will be classic Emma Frost, so she can go with, Hellfire later, at least for me anyway, because she's in the white. I mean, she's not that dressed the way she was, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't actually display my X-Men stuff. Most of my display is just Masters, and then I have like a Mythic Legions shelf now. So like the superheroes don't really fit, but like this thing behind me over here is all superhero characters and accessories right
Is that
now.
like a shoe hanger?
Yeah, those little shoe things you get at the dollar store.
Hey,
figures.
do what you got to do, man. I was looking when you said that. I was like, "That's a shoe hanger." Okay.
Yeah.
But I've seen people do that.
This is what I love about coming on a show like this with other creators. You see the creative ways that they display their toys. It gives you ideas on how to do things for yourself.
Sometimes it's just a storage solution, and it beats the bins because you can still see it.
Yeah, I know what's in there. I do have a few bins, and I was digging through for a figure the other day, and I was like, man, this is just not a good way to store these.
He does not want to. Wow.
Star asks, do we go through waves with our figure interest? There are times that come periodically that I just don't care about any of the things that I'm into and think about dropping it all. Oh, sure, Star.
Absolutely.
I definitely go through waves, which is why I'm really excited about what's coming out with the new Tidy Mac Superpowers line, the small line that's
The
reminiscent.
vintage kind of retro feelish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got that right kind of nostalgia with characters that are interesting in and of themselves.
And oddly enough, I'm starting to get a little Masters of the Universe burned out right now. Although I'm excited about the new Skeletor Screech 2-pack that I'm going to be getting, and the Point Dread that's going to come from my pile of loot. But that line, I hope it continues forever, but I know it won't. And sometimes it feels like it's starting to wind down. So I don't know, but like I said, we all go
It
through
comes and
that.
goes. It's like
Yeah. There's times where I just look at my collection and I'm just like, do I really need this? Do I need all of this stuff?
We don't need any of it. We just
no, we don't need. But I'm just talking about for me mentally. It's how I process it when I go through it.
Yeah.
There have been times where I'm just like, I'll go through and I'll cancel a butt ton of pre-orders, and that's just me. Like, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need it. I don't need it, because I had this whole wave on pre-order, canceled it.
Yeah.
There's times when it's like, oh, well, this sounds like a good idea at the time when I put it on pre-order, and then I'm just like, yeah, I don't need it. I don't want it. I'll pick them up slowly. Save a little money.
This guy got me jazzed though. Like the Vicron, I put him on. He's on a naked Stratos buck. You can see his kind of feathery, hairy chest or whatever. But
you could just go with that hairy chest thing and kind of give it a little brown wash, and just give him like a big furry chest.
Yeah, I thought about doing that. Actually, it's nice that I found a use for the naked Stratos. There's still a bunch of them on clearance at the local Walmart. I might pick up a couple more.
Yeah, please, people, buy all the naked Stratos that you can. Get that thing off
the naked Stratos, Jitsu, Buzz Off. Those are pretty much the ones that I see pretty much frequently.
That's the ones that everybody sees pretty much frequently. If we don't get those things off the shelf, nothing else will ever.
Nothing new will come. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay,
I have seen Dragon Armor, Skeletor, and Tongue Lashor at my local Walmart here recently.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen them in stores. So
one of my Walmarts doesn't even carry Masters, any of them.
Well, I've got 3 within driving distance of my house. 2 of them don't carry the Masters anymore, and 1 of them does. So
yeah, it depends on the size of the toy aisle and depends on the size of the store. Because these were first generation Super Centers, so they're smaller. So the space is at a premium. So they don't really have great toy aisles. They have awful toy aisles, and then there's a couple that are good sized toy aisles.
Mine almost never restocks. It's ridiculous. I see the same stuff on there like for over a year. The only thing I did that was new was the Mario toys. They actually stocked those and then restocked them. But
they must have been selling because that's a lot of times the lazy people who do the restocking look down the aisle, and if there's plenty on the peg, they skip that over. But if there's not any, then they'll go back there and get some crap put in place.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing is that my Walmarts in my area, they don't do clearance very often, not anymore. And if it is clearance, it's not really clearance. It's you get a whole whopping buck off. That's not clearance. That's a sale. Call it what it is. You want to slap it with the clearance label. Give me 30 to 50% off, and then I'll talk to you about possibly purchasing it. Because
the first time they marked them down. Sorry.
Do what?
The Origins, the first time they marked them down at my Walmart, they were like $17. So they were more expensive when they marked them down than they were when they came out. And now they're like $10 a piece. So
yeah.
It took like two whole years for the Black Panther to finally go on clearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can find him, but the thing you can find him at Ollie's, but at Ollie's he's $20. On Amazon he was like $8. I was like, why would I pay $20 for something I can buy for $8?
I don't think we have Ollie's out here in California.
No, you don't. But I'm sure you probably have something like it. You got to have one of those bargain places.
Yeah, we have like a DD's and Big Lots, but
Big Lots never has anything worth going into for me anyway. Every time I'm going in there. But yeah, no, it's just I got so much of this stuff that I just gotta open. I can't handle it no more. And my wife keeps giving me dirty looks like, are you gonna take care of that? You gonna move that stuff? Because I mean, it's literally my computer desk is right by the front door. Oh,
He's cool. He looks cool.
That is so cool. I love it. And the eye articulates too, right?
I think so. I'm just not sure how it moves. But I'm so bad.
I think it's from inside the mouth. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's got a switch at the top of the roof of the mouth.
See, now that is cool.
Not sure exactly.
Emma's hands everywhere. See, we need those kind of weird creature things. That's just awesome.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get this guy. Just
it's like
cool creature.
all these nice, lovely, waxy packages here.
Like a little fish.
Oh, that's cool.
It's nice.
See, that's a perfect dial piece just for anything, right? I mean,
yeah, it'll be in the background some shots, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the second video I posted on my YouTube. I set up like part Bat Cave, part Extreme Set, a bunch of like random little bits of stuff from different sets and accessories. That was pretty fun just setting up.
Well, I have got to get subscribed to you, Thanos. I don't know if I am.
I've put out 2 videos in like a year and a half, so this is not going to be regular content. I do have an idea for a series that I'll probably start in a couple months. Just kind of working out what I want to do, but I do have ideas.
Well, if your ideas for YouTube are like your ideas for Instagram, it's going to be wonderful.
Well, so far both my videos are just reels from Instagram, so
you know what? That's kind of what I do with mine. Mine are generally, my reels tend to be my Instagram, or my shorts tend to be my Instagram reels. So I just, you know what? Once I do a reel, it's just might as well throw it over on YouTube too. I'm sure somebody will watch it. Maybe, or maybe not.
big pile of gold.
Perfect.
Skull there.
That's cool. Might need a little bit more shininess to it, though.
Yeah,
Seems like a little
pretty dull, actually. I mean, it's got like bright bits, but I don't have a good camera either, so it's kind of hard to show off. I guess this is what it sits on. All right, cool. I don't know if these came with a bunch of these little eye stalks. I don't know if there's like a certain way they're supposed to go on or not.
Oh, I'm sure there is, and there won't be any instructions on how that works, right? That's how that works.
I've got instructions.
Oh, okay. So I'm shocked.
Now, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to tell which one is which, though.
Yeah, so here we get to the loud part, and now I've dropped my razor blade down. Where are you? Thank you. And there we go. Oh, angry face. Stoic face. I don't know. Matthew, I have no idea how long I'm going to go. But I could go 5 more minutes. I could go an hour or two. But I'm not betting I'm going to go an hour or two. Probably an hour or so, hour and a half. I'm not going crazy tonight because we'll go over to Bill's at sometime after 10.
Yeah, because I'm going to have to be out of here before 10 o'clock so I can get my channel going.
By all means, we all got to do what we got to do. Yeah.
Now, these things are numbered on the instructions, but I do not know how to tell which one is which.
There's no numbering on them themselves?
Not that I can see.
Well, now I have to go break out my accessory pack so I can get some weapons for my new ancients.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting 2 of those ancients tomorrow. The ones that look like Beastman. I wanted Beastman to have some henchmen.
Well, I got one of him too. He's over here somewhere in this pile of stuff. The pile of stuff.
I did get a head pack. I really, really like this one.
Yeah, I like the Death's Head one is what I'm going to call it. The one with this one.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks really good.
I like that one. I need a screaming face. I'm sorry. I need another screaming face like I have for my figure obscura. I need a screaming face.
These actually fit the Masterverse and Origins pretty well. Not perfectly, but pretty well. This is Vicron Buck that got dismantled for the Origins one.
Well, I mean, you got to use it some way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. I mean, listen to that. That is awesome. You can hear that ratchet. That's so nice.
Yeah, I am so impressed with those. Like, it's ridiculous.
I'm going to do my best Jean-Claude Van Damme, except it's a side kick. There we go.
Okay. Number at the base of the eye stalk where it connects to the joint. It just kind of looked like it was like crinkle in the skin.
Yoga stretch.
Yeah.
That is pretty good. I like that. All right. I don't know what else I'm going to do with him, but, you know, I got to dig out my weapons. I got them all in a... Whew. Sorry about that, people who can't handle plastic crinkling. Oh, that's going to be...
The crinkling of plastic is music to my ears.
You know, you would think that it would be for some people, but you know what? Sometimes it's just nails on a chalkboard, and you're just like...
Well, my wife can't stand it, but for me, it means opening toys, so I always get excited when I hear crinkling plastic.
My toys got to breathe. At least some of them, anyway. There are some that never breathe. Yeah. They will stay in plastic forever. I will save them in the plastic prison. They will just stare at me. But yeah, no, I don't know if I've showed this one off yet. Thanos.
Oh, cool. Is that the Hordak tribute?
Yep.
Yeah, I tried to order him on the in-stock sale, but I was working. As soon as I logged in to check, it was already gone.
Rolo World had him for $59.
Okay.
I was like, $59, yes. I'll take it for $10 over retail.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Because everywhere else I was seeing it for $70 and $80, and I was just like, I'm not paying $80 for that. But I'll pay $10 extra. That's okay. That's not going to kill me. So, yeah, here's your Beastman henchman. See, and these are so reasonably priced too. I mean, that's the other thing with especially with the ancients. You may not get any weapons, but you know, honestly, how many of us have just a buttload of weapons anyway?
Yeah, I've got many containers full of weapons and extra armor and stuff. So
I mean, it's not like we need the weapons kits, but I went ahead and got some, and I got them all on order. See, love it.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, I got coming tomorrow, as well as Lexion, Pale, Kali, and Thane. So
yeah, well, I've got something special I'll show in a second, but it was a substitution by the good folks at Helidote. What up, Mr. Lawrence?
Hey,
how you doing, sir?
Hello, how are you guys?
Doing well.
Great.
Good evening, sir.
So, are you taking over for Oz or what?
No, he just wasn't able to do one. So, and I needed to open some toys. So, I have this weird thing now where I just want to open toys and talk to people.
I heard
So
you last night.
It's a lot easier to open toys and talk to people.
Hey, Jacob.
Live now.
So I gotta say, just gonna poke you right now. You realize all the clearance at Target right now.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I heard you talk about Beastman for $16. That new deluxe Man at Arms is $16.
Yep.
You got this at Walmart for $16.
Oh, I already got that, so I don't need to get,
Oh, they got
get
the
it. I don't need another one.
But it's on clearance. It's on
Yeah,
clearance.
See, here's the thing, Lawrence. Just because it's on clearance, it isn't just the clearance. I have to actually really decide that I want it because I passed up a ton. There's a pig head for $10. I already have a pig head. There was. I wish there was Gamorrean guards because I probably would have gotten them, but they were out of the Gamorrean guards for $16. Yeah, I'll pay that. I'll get a couple of those because they'll be great for going with my masters. They'll be good for henchmen, just in general.
I was so close to picking up that Beastman because it's $16. Same with the Man at Arms. The Sorceress was $10. Who's the female that looks like like Orko?
Shadow Weaver.
Oh, Shadow Weaver.
She's $10. I only went there looking for this guy, hoping he was on clearance. Of course, he isn't.
The Crimson Bats in my area were on clearance. They were, but they're not. It's 30%. They're like $17. I passed on them
because I need this one. I need one now with the Arctic head, and then one with the basic head.
Yeah,
because the Arctic head just looks so perfect on them.
They do. I really like that. I really like that redesign. It's cool and it's new and it's fresh.
But the grays are match.
Well,
so I gotta have one with the classic head, but now I gotta have one with that on it. So it's
this is the one that's special Thanos.
Oh yeah, nice. I have him on pre-order.
They were out of Onyx. I had ordered Onyx, and they offered this as a substitution. So I was like, okay, please, that's great. Thank you so much.
Let me ask you a question about the AWOC.
Yeah.
Is it bothering you how the bodies are almost all the same?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
It doesn't bother me at all. I think they all have enough personality. I would like some of the alternate faces to be like the actual characters with different expressions. But
that was one of the things I know. Who was it? I don't know if it was a Robo on the Foosh that talked about how they're all the exact same. Oh no, it was Toy Galaxy, Secret Galaxy. He said, I wish that they had some characteristics to their faces rather than all just a stoic face. Which I know they had the head packs, but I mean, and that was like the only
head packs are still slightly stoic, though.
What?
I mean, they're still slightly stoic. I mean, it's it's like I said, I want a screaming face with the teeth flaring and the nostrils moved up. I want angry face. I want it really juicy.
I think we'll get there. And then like the body types, like we already know there's a bunch of different body types coming. So it makes sense that they started with ones that they could reuse quite a bit.
Okay, so I haven't been fully paying attention. Are they? And my only fear is the Valaverse line where for 3 years we get the exact same body.
No.
That are
there's more bodies
to expand. What?
Well, I mean, we already got Fane completely different.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, no, wave 4 is when you'll start seeing the changes. Wave 5, there's even more.
Okay.
There's slenderer bodies. There's going to be female bodies. There's...
That is so awesome, that Beholder. Wow.
Well, hello, Ken.
Ken.
Hey,
Okay.
Ken.
Gentlemen, how are you?
I didn't see it because my screen was like
Look at that.
you were covered in the bottom corner there, so I couldn't see that you were there.
Okay.
Look at that. The moment you mentioned female bodies, Allison Troy pops up. Her ears perked up, and she's like, "Female."
Oh, there she is.
You know what? She knows. She knows what's up. You got to have some good female characters in your line. I'm sorry, you just
Hi,
did.
Allison.
If it's not a good female character in the line, I'm watching.
Allison asked Thanos, "Why do you have a sculpture of my ex's oldest sister?"
Never met her, but she's pretty cool looking. I don't think I'd want to make out with her or anything, but you know.
I love it.
She never ceases to have a story about someone in her ex's family.
You know, the only thing I don't like is trying to get these accessories out of this box because, dang, they taped them down. Okay. Holy good. There we go.
I wanted to double check now. Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay. I wasn't set up quite right at the beginning.
I was wondering. You were just like silent. I was like, Jake.
Yeah, I was waiting. I'm still messing with equipment every time I get on live, and I'm not too loud or too quiet or anything.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm trying out a microphone. I didn't know I had headphones connected to it to make sure
You were
I
screaming
could
at
hear
us.
too. All right, cool.
So, Ken, how you like your new classifieds you just opened tonight?
Love them. Yeah, I can't stay long, and I'm running out of battery. But I saw a bunch of when I saw who was on. I'm like, want to say hi to some folks because I see a lot of your names either in chat groups or on Instagram, or in the case of Punk, we've gone on Ostradamus once before. And Aaron, we've never talked in real time, so I just thought it'd be worth spending a few minutes and at least, saying hi to some folks and spend a bit of time to do.
Ken, do you want to have a debate now?
I'm having
Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart?
I got too much stuff that's just taking up
Or
space.
should we have a whole other stream?
Oh, Lawrence, Jeremy Kimberlin is already hit me over the head with a steel chair every single time about Bret Hart. So if you want to come in and hit my already pinned, beaten, dead body with the chair some more, that's fine. I'll just get up like the Undertaker and we can just start all over. Well,
I promise you that I won't kick you like Goldberg and ruin your career.
yeah. Yes. Yeah. By the way, I love the wrestling memes, so fire away on wrestling memes. Right.
I love the wrestling.
Some people, if you don't know them that well, they're gonna be like, "Why is he getting snarky with me?" It's wrestling, so I figure we're all in kayfabe anyway. You know.
You know what? If I take a shot at someone other than Viper Island, it's because I don't dislike the person. Viper Island is one other story.
I'm one of the least controversial people around, and even I take shots at him. There have been times when someone talks about a very shady Canadian, and then I'll flash up all the Canadian names in the chat, and I'll be like, and he's not like this guy, and he's not like this guy, and he's not like this guy. I've done that before, but I won't go too deep into it. I don't want to disrespect Kane's dream here.
No, you're fine. But Mr. Wonderful is reminding you of HBK.
Fine.
You know, I also saw Mr. Wonderful there, and so I had to mention that.
It's funny. All my chats I've been in today have been wrestling talk.
Oh, wow.
So I couldn't tell you anything that's going on in wrestling today other than
No,
same
me
guys
either.
been champion for like 400 years.
No, me either. It's been years now.
No, wave 2. Aaron, you got wave 2 in hand.
Yeah. This is Vero Atlas.
Yeah.
He's so nice.
He is.
And I love the staff.
Yeah, staff is really cool.
Yeah. So no, I'm waiting on my. Oh, see, they're awesome, and
right,
they're really really cool, displayed up in the air, and yeah. I mean, I have yoga pose. I don't know how many other toys you're going to get a yoga pose with, and get a solid one where it's going to stay.
So I like that blight right there.
This one?
Blight is great.
No, the one Thanos Captor has, yeah.
White. I thought you said white. I was like, the white one, yeah, right there.
No, I have the white one.
Yeah.
This from Hella Dope Toys. Came in super fast after I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, I have.
I like him.
For the giveaway Monday.
Oh yeah, big dude.
And oddly enough, people do not like free stuff because there aren't that many names in it, and I'm kind of shocked by it.
Did someone say
coming in
HBK?
Not Ken.
Anybody mentions the Montreal Screwjob, I'll just I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It was on
I'm
a
sorry.
screw job. We all saw him tap out and scream in pain.
I'm sorry. I was here just working, and I heard the Shawn Michaels Brett thing, so I went and grabbed the link real quick just to come in and say literally that. I'll keep listening. I'm gonna drop, but nice meeting you, Ken. I think everyone else I've had the pleasure of connecting with.
It's wonderful. I recognize your name in the chat and everything.
Thanks.
Yeah. Talk
Appreciate it, brother.
wrestling away. And remember,
say
Bret
this.
Hart is the greatest of all time.
I'll say this: I was at WrestleMania 12. That was fair and square.
That one I have no problem. Wait, no,
This guy.
the overtime match. How is that fair?
The Iron Man match.
We're gonna get rolled now. You see what you did?
Chased everybody off.
So, G.I. Joe's pretty cool, eh?
You know what? I'm waiting for
I
my.
got lots of JoJo.
I'm waiting for the rest
We
of
can
my
change the subject.
walk to
We
come
can
in.
change the subject.
So
I can't stay long either, so don't let me hijack the thread, or don't let me hijack the thread.
But no, I have rock and roll. He's been sitting there for probably 30 days, whatever it is. It's been a ridiculous amount of time. Been sitting in my pile of loot. But I don't have anything else really to ship with him except for one other figure, and I hate doing that. Because I know the minute I ship him, something else will come in, and it'll be a lot of something else. And then it'll be like, you know what?
The latest wave, the whole wave, other than Bazooka, who was clearly made at another time, is wonderful. The scrap iron, torpedo, not the accessories. They need to fix their accessories and make them a little.
The accessories are going to be that way because that's how it is. I mean, you got to realize.
I disagree because Alley Viper doesn't have issues with the weapons being soft. Like they don't have to be hard like Valivers. What?
They're
The Alley
soft.
Vipers aren't.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
I have 5. Trust me, they're soft.
I have a boatload of them too. They're not soft. They're not hard like Valivers, but they're not limp like the harpoon gun and.
Well, I mean, are you really honestly going to display them with the harpoon gun?
Well, it's nice to have them with it.
But legitimately, I mean, that to me that's not one of the things that I'm going to display.
Well,
with.
I mean, so the M60 and rock and roll, it has a slight bend to it. The sniper rifle on this guy, along with a deluxe Zartan, has a bend to it. It's BS. I mean, there's no reason for it because you don't have to have. They don't have to be hard like the Valivers or the AWOC or NECA, but they've already shown that they can do harder weapons like the Uzis and stuff. So why not do that all the time?
Yeah. These weapons are clearly a softer PVC. They're probably using like 50% PVC or something like that because they do bend.
Yeah.
Maybe 70% PVC.
Hey, Ken, your flippers are supposed to be flat though on torpedo, so you're going to need to warm them up and then put them in a freezer.
Oh, they are? Okay, I did not realize that because mine are curled up pretty heavily. So
Yeah,
They
probably
propane,
just
you got propane accessories too?
Yeah, I got propane accessories.
yeah. Thanos was bringing out the barbecue. Anybody need some ribs?
Propane and propane accessories.
That was really
There
just.
you go. Hey, I got a question for you, G.I. Joe Velaverse fans. Are the Velaverse weapons packs compatible with G.I. Joe classic?
Yes.
Classic
yeah, they are for the most part. Yeah.
I haven't had an issue.
Some of the earlier weapons, I believe, are not
Are
scaled
brittle.
properly.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people have said the same thing.
But you can't get Alpha anyway or Bravo, so it's not going to matter. But I think once you got to Charlie, the weapons were less rigid.
Yeah, some of the. I got a whole bunch sitting out here somewhere. Like this.
Yeah, that's really rigid always.
But I mean, this one here, it's a weird scale. The with the 203 on it, it just doesn't seem right. That one is huge, Ken. That one is so big.
Yeah.
And I like the way it looks, but that one is so big and it doesn't seem to fit properly. The one that Ken's holding up right there.
Yeah. This is one of their best figures in my opinion. So.
Oh, you mean the one that broke on me when I did the unboxing? Yeah.
Oh, is that the one?
What?
That one broke on you?
Oh, dude, the head fucking came right out.
That wasn't the original Steel Brigade. That was the Night Off one that broke for you?
Yeah, the Night Off. Both of my Night Off Steel Brigades are split at the neck.
They split right here at the neck.
There's a gap. If you look at yours, make sure yours doesn't have that split, Ken, because if it does, when you try to pop the head, you're likely to pull out that dumbbell.
Yeah, Delta Troopers do it too. It doesn't do it for everyone.
It's like right here at the neck, and then right here across that little plate that goes over the shoulder.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, when I was doing the review, I went to take the head off, and it just literally came right out.
Okay.
And all my reviews are like this is what you're seeing, right? And of course, I was told I did it wrong. I should have heated up. I'm like, dude, you guys watched what I did. I mean, but as a minor issue, I mean, the one thing that it seems like with most of his stuff, he goes back and he tries to fix the quality issues, unlike a lot of other companies. They just ignore it for as long as they can. So,
How often do you guys heat up your toys? Because I almost never do.
when
I don't either.
when I can't bend them. Like, you guys watch how I do all my reviews. Everything is right out of the box. I will not try and force it, but I know how much. Like, if I'm trying to bend an arm and it's not bending, well, then I'll go through the rest of the articulation in the review, and then it's like, all right, give me a second. I'm going to go heat this up, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's when I will when there's stiff joints, but
Yeah.
anything else
And
popping
again,
off and stuff, I usually don't.
if you've been collecting toys long enough, you know, like, you're not fucking He-Man. Don't try and fucking force it. It's going to break. So just
You just got to know where those pressure points are at and stop.
Yeah. I do take a hairdryer here and there. Like sometimes a G.I. Joe classified figure will have one frozen joint and you got to take a blow dryer to it. Usually it's where the thigh cut is.
Yeah, or the elbow joint. That was, yeah.
Yes, on my Storm Shadow, the elbow joint needed it, right? The Valaverse Wave one, I had to heat them up several times in a hot water bath. And then my Mythic Legion figures, I took a hairdryer to a few times. Not all.
No, the Legions, any Legions that I open, I'll hair dry after I initially play, because I know those joints are going to be brittle and I don't want to snap them.
I haven't done.
I'm saving my money up. I'm saving my money up to get one of them big honking heat guns like Largo has over there at Largo's lair.
Largo's got a lot of stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, one of the issues with the heat guns is that you could melt a figure really.
You can. I've done it.
If you get too close, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I've melted them on my
they're meant to shrink plastic around wire. So,
Yeah. I left it on a little too long, and I started to melt that knee joint. It went back to shape, but it was going to go if I kept going.
yeah.
I just got
you gotta be
distracted
careful
trying to
with
do
anything
5 things
you
at
do
once,
like that.
and it was like
Anyway, my battery's about to die. My battery's about to die, so I better pop off. Thanks for the invite,
So you can
All right,
see you, man.
everybody. We'll talk soon. Sorry I couldn't stay longer.
You're fine. I appreciate you coming on.
I got to pop off too, Payne. I got to get.
Yeah,
my
I know you got your show here in a minute.
So it's good to see you guys. Sorry I didn't get to talk with you there, Nestor, but I got to head out, man.
I'll probably catch up with you, Bill.
All right, man.
We'll do later, Bill.
Take care, Bill.
What's up,
Matthew,
Thanos?
what's up, man?
How's it going, man?
How's it going? Yeah, I apparently got a whole bunch of shipping and charge notifications from Hasbro last week, but only one figure showed up, and it was a messed up box shipwreck. Which the figure's awesome, but the first thing I did was I made Navy SEAL shipwreck.
Yeah. See, I was thinking about getting an extra torpedo just to pop the head off and do a shipwreck in that diver suit. So
Yeah, that was a great version of the figure. But I like the Devil's Due comic book version that they did in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I made a 4-inch figure of that too. I also picked this one up today.
Oh, cool.
So,
Matthew, pull it up again.
the artwork is total garbage on this,
No, not that. The figure that you did.
but the story's good on that one. This one?
All right. So, did you try and redo Travis Moody's profile picture?
No, man, all I've seen is him complaining about Comic-Con, man. I don't know what.
Yeah, I know. Travis, where are you? Yeah, he's complaining about it, even though he doesn't like Geek Dad Life. Maybe that's why they didn't ask you to be there, huh?
Thanos, what's that right there, man?
My sweet shop background.
Is it what kind
I've
of
been checking.
thicker cardstock, or is it
It's
just
just a very thin cardboard.
okay? So that would be something you'd have to want to put on something else to keep it in decent shape.
I mean, I'll probably prop it up behind, like, I have, like, a refrigerator and some other,
Yeah.
like, tables and stuff. So. But it'll work.
I've been checking out everything that's showing up there, all your food and everything. That's awesome. Hot dogs, sushi.
Some kebabs, some burgers.
Yeah. You're gonna make me hungry.
Yeah, I'm sure Matthew will be getting all of those kind of sets because he'll use it for his videos or his photos because he does tons of photos. They're good stuff. I love your photos.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I tend to take a lot of them. I started, getting involved with a couple of collaborator groups. I do a DC collab, and I just did a DC one tonight. But G.I. Joe's my main one. These guys have been a lot of fun.
Tracks
And
me
you
off.
can put those.
They're on clearance now, so you can get more than one.
Well, if you can find them.
Yeah.
But the balaclava heads, they fit on like Action Force stuff too, so you can put that kind of mask on it.
Yeah.
Oh, they look pretty cool.
Oops.
Yeah, I love taking photos of stuff.
I got a tray of cookies.
What is that? Is that cookies?
Yeah, it's like a tray of cookies.
I finally got the bricks and cash setup that Mesco put out. I mainly wanted it for that duffel bag, but the set's actually kind of cool.
So apparently, Matthew, you buy things just for the accessories too.
Sometimes, yes. Unfortunately.
Bar.
Is that chocolate bar?
Yeah.
I've got to do a Zartan Cobra Commander gold brick scene because I got all those bricks now. So.
Well, I mean, if you get the big pile of cash from McFarlane,
Yeah, it's the only reason I want that Joker figure is just for that stack of cash.
I know. I don't need the Joker figure. I'll take the cash though.
But those McFarlane figures go on sale for like $5 or $10 eventually. So.
Yeah. Just give me the cheap stuff when it goes on clearance, and I'll be a happy camper.
Yeah.
At least if I'm going to get accessories. It was like when I bought, went ahead and pre-ordered that Snake Eyes, the desert one. I was like, I don't want him, but I do want that utility belt with the grenades on it. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, that was a no-go for me. I'd rather get Val versus Desert Steel Brigade. They look a little cooler. They got more stuff. This guy's been a lot of fun this year. I really enjoyed him.
I was tempted, but I have like 3 Nightwings already, so I'm good for a while.
This is the best one.
I know.
I have like all of them. I get them from my wife because she loves Nightwing, so I had to get her one too.
That's an expensive get. Donuts.
Now, Thanos, what is that from?
Five Below has a bunch of accessory packs.
Oh,
I just
really?
bought they had like a grilling one, a refrigerator one. The refrigerator one already opened. You can see it with my Green Lantern on Instagram.
No, they're not like $5.25 and below, right? Like the dollar store.
They're like $5 each. I mean, there's tax and whatnot, but
I know, but the dollar store is now $1.25 for everything. So.
yeah, I got this guy at the 99 cents and more.
Man, I tell you what, those Five Belows and 99-cent stores, they've been killing it with all these kind of accessories that if you just put a little paint on them or something, or even just out of the box, they're really great.
Yeah, I picked up like some of these at the dollar store, little terrain bushes and
Nice.
a little tree.
I'll have to go check out 5 and Below now. I don't know why, because I don't need more crap.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what? If anybody finds some of those code stormtroopers for cheap, let me know. Those boss fight Bucky O'Hare stormtroopers for cheap, let me know.
They
That
do
is
have
my
it in my alley.
point.
I look for you.
You have more crap.
Got a little mixer. My light
So-
on my camera.
So what do you guys think about
Ooh, there it is.
the
Cat Slayer.
Cat's Lair?
I'm surprised it's not more.
So
I'm gonna
why?
get it actually. I didn't think I was going to, but the price and the payment plan kind of sold me on it.
Really, $750 sold you on it?
Well, the fact that I could pay $750 over like a year, that's not bad. And I thought it was going to be way more than that. So
I thought it'd be $1,000, but you know it's gonna be scaled down. It ain't gonna have very much. It's gonna have the light options.
Well, yeah, and the big thing is people were talking about the claw is supposed to fit the Thunder Tank, and that ain't gonna happen.
No. He talked about that.
I didn't get the Thunder Tank
Can
though.
you
Like,
imagine that scale, Matthew, if they had to do that? Because that would be the size of a freaking fridge.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
even
sure.
want them to do it that big.
No
It'd
kidding.
be a shed in your backyard. Like that's what it would be.
Avalanche.
Did you just drop everything, Thanos?
The empty boxes when I pulled out the next set.
How many did you get, Thanos?
Let's see. I got a grill set. I got a sushi shop. I got a bake shop and a bed and breakfast. And then I got the refrigerator one too, but I already opened it.
I know you
Is the
said
bed-
earlier, where'd you say you're picking them all up at?
5 Below.
That grill set's pretty awesome. I was looking at those other ones too. They look pretty cool, and for $5, man, you can't really go wrong with them.
No, I mean you can't even make it for that. I mean, let's be honest.
Right, exactly. So
Hey.
just be careful. Probably has lead paint in it. I'm just
Yeah,
Yeah. You'd be
don't
surprised.
chew on it. Don't
You'd be
chew it.
surprised what 8-year-olds in China can make. Or
Anybody doing the Cosmic Legions? I mean, this is the last
Yeah.
weekend for it.
Oh, you're talking about the Mythic Legions All Star 6 and the
Oh,
Cosmic
yeah,
Legion?
sorry. Yeah, the All Stars.
Yeah, no, I got 4 of them. I got the big hulky guy. Can't remember his name. It starts with a B. My brain is not functioning. Really, Squirt?
For Tony.
And then I got Sir Andrew. Then I got the dwarf because I gotta have my dwarves. I don't have any. I have only one dwarf in my display, and I need more. I need my more short fellas. Get Lawrence's to put in my shelf. Ooh.
Man, those skeleton dwarves look awesome. I mean, all that skeleton wave stuff, that looks awesome.
I don't do the skeletons as well. I don't like it. It's just me. I want weird fantasy creature kind of things because it goes with Master of Earth. It'll go with AWOC eventually when I get it to that kind of. See, it goes with Dungeons and Dragons. There you go.
That looks awesome, Thanos.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. I'm glad I
he
got it.
doesn't like skeletons. He doesn't like snake eyes. He doesn't like
I
storm
know.
shadow.
I didn't say I didn't like Storm Shadow. I don't have a problem with
Well, I
that.
thought he didn't like either one of them.
Storm Shadow's the best G.I. Joe character.
I just don't think that they're the end all be all of G.I. Joe. They need 25 versions.
There are 68 versions. I mean, come on, man.
I know. I'm aware how many. I was using hyperbole. We have 9 versions already in 3 years. That's
I know. That's crazy. No, yeah. Well, and you know what? And none of them are right because every single one of those versions I've had to customize to make it accurate.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's with anything, though. I mean, nowadays they're never going to give you the real version that you want.
Well, and that's what turned me off of Marvel Legends eventually is I just, I just can't get into Marvel Legends because they're never going to give you what you really want and you're going to have to find it somewhere else. As a matter of fact, Loose Collector's new wave of the 3 ladies that are coming out, that's the best looking Emma Frost I've seen.
Yeah. I love the
I know.
face.
Yeah, if I could get that one for $5, I might.
Yeah, but you can't.
I paid 12.
So my
12.49.
buddy has that one. You can't lift her arms though, right?
No,
Exactly.
that's
You
kind
gotta
of
get it. You gotta get a cloth.
sorry, I could pop that head on the black suited one that I have already. The only reason I bought her was because she was on clearance.
Clearance problem. I see.
Only specifically when it's X-Men, Marvel Legends, and I'll go ahead and buy it on clearance. I'm to that point with Marvel Legends. I'm trying not to pay retail for them because there's just not enough of them.
I don't think they're worth retail price for what they're charging, but so I didn't get the original one, but I got the re-release of this
I like
one.
the red. I like that one better.
I do too. I thought the red looked a lot better.
It's kind of like the Headless Horseman. I have that one on pre-order. The second one, I like it better than the first one, and I'm glad. So that's one of those things that I'm glad I missed out on.
I love the first one. I thought the first one was amazing.
And then of course Sun Wukong is just flat out. It's 100% my favorite figure right now. Just the way it looks, the skull thing.
I missed that one, but I kind of want the Noda Toys version one instead.
Yeah. That's the good thing about it being a collector right now is we get 5 different companies trying to make the same kind of figure or the same thematic figure, and then you get something that's a little bit different with each one.
Was it Jax that has one also, Jax specific, or is it somebody else has a Wukong figure?
There's about 7 or 8. If you go
okay.
look on, there's a bunch of different companies. There's a lot of those, third party weird companies that like Kozer Toys kind of things, D20s, those kind of people that do them. When was that, Thanos?
Maple syrup.
Eggs, pancakes. I've been watching everything. Eggs, pancakes, syrup, avocado toast.
Yeah, some avocado.
I am so impressed. I don't have one in hand because I'm waiting for my Fei Long to come in before they ship it to me. Because I was like, don't ship it to me if I'm just going to get the one, because then it just looks weird. I need them to be like facing each other. But I am shocked. To go from die-cast to producing that's a pretty big step.
Man, I tell you what, their Universal Monster figures are awesome. I love every single one of them. So I had to get some of these because I really want them to get going and get some Tekken figures, but I don't think they're creative guys that interested in it. But I got this guy for free.
No, hey, can't beat that.
Yeah, he came in with a messed up face, and so they refunded me everything.
Do you used to have the messed up face?
Yeah. I use it as his scarred face because
show them.
Well, I have to go get it, but this is the good one. But I thought I threw a picture of it up, but maybe I didn't.
I know you sent it to me.
Here, let me solo you there for a second. What do you got?
Well, hold on a second. Let me go get it. I'll be right back.
All right. Thanos, I'm just going to put you up on, middle of the screen. Since you just keep throwing stuff up there, I mean...
I'm on my last pack, so here's the sushi shout.
I mean, you got all that neat stuff that everybody's like, ooh.
I know, I'm over here laughing. It's awesome.
You know what? Sometimes you find simple things that make you happy.
Unfortunately, the background for my sushi shout got a little bit bent.
Are those actual backgrounds to be used?
They're like little cardboard backgrounds, yeah.
Oh, wow. What do you want, buddy? There's porn on. I know you don't want to go outside.
I have no room on my desk right now. I'm trying to fiddle with all this stuff.
Oh, you should see mine. I'm currently having a problem.
Well, you know what? That's the wonderful thing about camera angles, because I do the live stream and you never see the mess that's behind me or in front of me, shall I say.
Hang on. Let me see if I can get you there.
Oh, can you see that or not?
Not really.
Come on. Focus.
It's not what it's wanting to focus on you, that's for sure. Pull it back a little bit, see if it's there you go, right there.
Can you see that chin?
Yeah, he looks like he's a Balchinian. I got it.
No, man, it's like warped plastic on his chin and his eye.
Yeah, it's not showing up like the picture you had sent me.
Yeah, because
Like, looking at that, it doesn't look that bad from here. The
Yeah,
picture
it
you
doesn't,
sent
it
me,
doesn't
like,
look terrible, but you can see that there's definitely something not quite right.
yeah, but the picture you sent me, it was like, oh, what the hell is wrong with him?
exactly, man, he got messed up. But this figure's been awesome. I've been waiting for this one for a long time. Maybe it's cognitive dissonance. I don't know, but she's amazing.
I was
I've got her in my
wondering
panel
about
right
those
now.
as far as the joints and everything else and how they move because I saw them and I was like, ooh, yeah, that would be the one I would get is Red Sonja. But I mean, I do have an affinity for Lady Death, but that's just
But, yeah.
90s comic nerd speaking.
Right, of course. But yeah, I really like this one. You know, Executive Replicas did a different one with one of those anatomically correct bodies. Just creeped me out. I couldn't do it.
Be careful of my Instagram, is all I'll say.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective.
I could show off the thing that Jacob sent me, but I can still show it off. I'll censor it.
Thanos knows what these are.
Wait, put that back up, Matthew. So turn her around. I need to see the backside.
Oh,
What in the whole? That is a massive bottom. I was just like, what is going on with that? That is an interesting way to solve a leg problem, I guess. How far does she articulate out? Okay, what about the sides? Oh, it's not bad then. I was worried that that was going to impinge the.
So they actually re-engineered it, and they hid the thigh swivel inside the band there. So
Okay.
the bands that go around her legs, they hide the thigh swivel. And she's got really good ankles too. Her ankles are pretty sweet. You know, Articulated Ninja has a problem posing her, but you know, I don't know if he's just lacking in skill or what. But her feet aren't level sometimes, but I mean, it doesn't really matter with ankles like that.
She's got high heel boots. They're not going to be level.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
And I
more
mean,
complicated.
she
But
just
making it
I think
tough.
she works really well.
Thank you for that, by the way, Jacob.
you're welcome. How long did it take you to put that thing on? 'Cause
Man, that was a pain. Like,
that's why I gave you that one. I wasn't putting two on. I was done
yeah,
after
it was a
that.
struggle. It really was.
Okay. All right. I am. This is a weird accessory. Does this go somewhere that I'm just not seeing?
What is it for?
Maybe. Aha. Goes on the hat. Like, where did the. Goes on the helmeted head. Interesting. Trying to figure out where that went.
Well, takeout box.
Oh, that's cool. And here he is.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Oh man, that looks great.
face.
I wanted some of those. I thought they looked cool, but they're
I'm
They're
surprised
expensive
how
to
much
get.
I like the vampires from Mythic Legions. Like, I got a couple of them. The more I see them, just like these are my favorite guys out of the thing.
I thought this guy was awesome,
Yeah, he's really cool.
especially with the horse.
Valak is great. Give me all the guys that have beasts, and I'm a happy camper. You know, you can give me a guy that has an animal pet. I'm good.
Well, I was surprised just a couple years ago there weren't any articulated animals or beasts on the market, and now we've got a ton of them. You know, I just struggled to get that the bear figure from Marvel Legends. It was a Build-A-Figure, and Ursa Major. I like that one, but once Timber came out and once the Dungeons and Dragons Black Panther came out, everybody was like, "Oh man, people are into this," and they started, getting into making these creatures. And Mythic Legion's horses, amazing.
Oh yeah, they're nice. I just don't have room for them, so I have to say no to the horsies. I have to put a premium because I got a Roboskull coming in. I've got a Hiss Tank. I know. I love Fiona. I have 2 with my Crocmaster.
I did get a Python Patrol Crimson Guard.
I think 25th anniversary one. It works.
I had to get 2 of these guys because I found one of them on clearance too, so I could do Crocmaster surfing on crocodiles.
There you go.
Water skiing on crocodiles, so you had 1 on each foot.
It's funny you say that. Did you guys see who is it? The girl that's popped into my chat lately. She's all over Instagram. She did the
Leanne Hobbs?
Yes, the Serpentor on the 2 air chariots.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude.
What?
Doing your pose, Lawrence. Doing the Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, no. I love Leanne. Her stuff's great.
That shot was so good.
I've been waiting to find another vehicle. I've got a trash truck, but I need another vehicle so I can set up, all my Jean-Claude poses.
Just get the 2 Optimus Primes and just set them in between them with the rigs. You'll be fine.
Need 2 chairs so you can set them up
there you go.
Split on the chair.
But then he's got to find 2 chairs that scale with.
Yeah. Hey, Thanos.
Good luck with that.
He also does it on countertops and Universal Soldiers or Time Top.
Mm-hmm.
You got a couple of these chairs. Big.
That's what I
Pick
said.
these up at the
Thanos
dollar
I'm gonna
store.
get that. You've seen that Frankenstein accessory set, right? With the table and the bars and the thing. I got a not Nightmare Spawn. What the heck? Yeah, no, it's Nightmare Spawn. So I primered him. And then I'm going to paint him fleshy colored to make him look like the creature from Arise, Serpent Arise.
Hey, Aaron, let fucking action on.
That's awesome.
Let action on right now.
Oh, I did not see him there.
God damn it.
It's down at the bottom of my screen. Okay,
I love that idea of making that
I didn't see you there.
Rise monster.
What's up?
That thing's awesome.
How's it going, man?
You know what? I'm not used to having like 12 people or 6, more than 2 or 3 people.
6. Math is hard. We all know.
Yeah. So it's a weird looking screen. So I have to actually scroll down to see anybody that's past the first line.
Really?
He's got like 11-inch screen. That's what he's using.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like the 42-inch television screen.
But it's.
I really like these guys.
I have it's a 30-inch screen.
Not all of us are sitting in our lazy boy watching our fucking TV, asking our son to do everything for us.
Hey. Not everything, just the important things.
Ooh, Lawrence, shots fired.
That's all right. I'm out of here. We'll see you later.
Although I did have to tell your son, like, hey, you know what? You are the host. You need to talk.
He was in a mood last Wednesday. I don't know what his problem was.
You want to see how this night is going?
He's 17. That's what his problem is.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, I know that one. I had to deal with that today.
I think I got enough right now. What do you think? I don't know. Jeez. All right, now I gotta get this thing to go back up. Oh, stay.
How many BBTS stickers do you have?
Too many.
Maybe 4 or 5.
I actually got something from them the other day, like a couple weeks ago, and I was pissed that they didn't give me a sticker.
What? Why not?
I know, dude. Like, I need this for my army of stickers that I'm growing here. That I have no idea.
I'm collecting the stickers to decorate a wall, right?
Sounds like they put in some of those Hasbro.
It is my new wallpaper.
They put it in the package.
Yeah, I keep complaining about not getting my stickers from Hella Dope. So you know.
Did you guys, Matt? Did you post a picture of how your shipwreck came?
I didn't post it publicly. I just posted it in a couple groups, private chats. But man, they crushed the back end of my box to wrap around that cardboard shredded stuff that they put it in, and they put it in the box. So they ruined my package before they even sent it to me.
You think that they would have learned after the debacle with the retro cards, but
Well, no kidding. I mean, how much backlash they've gotten from Walmart and Target for putting in bubble mailers or even in boxes and having the cards come in warped. I mean, come on.
yeah,
The bubble mailer incidents.
Yeah.
That's funny, Aaron. I got that sticker from Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
His chicken scratch. Hey Cobb. What you wrote looks like, hey SOB. Hey SOB, here's your sticker.
Well, whatever works.
These are probably some of my greatest Dollar General or dollar store finds. Were these crates?
Yeah.
So one's got the Navy SEAL logo, one's got the U.S. Army logo, but they open up and they fit stuff in them so you can store stuff. So I got all my Valverse accessories stored in these. And
Were
they
those
stack
those
up.
like 4-inch
So
figures?
how many of those boxes do you have then? If you have all of your Valverse accessories in there?
Not all of them, but I picked up as many of these as I could find.
he said accessories, not hands.
Yeah.
No, I got a whole nother tackle box full of their hands.
Right, we got a vase of hands.
You mean the vase of Ella hands?
Yeah, right.
I have tackle boxes full of multiple tackle boxes because there's one for Marvel Legends and there's one for my Valverse and there's one for G.I. Joe, probably going to end up being 2, and then I have one for my Masterverse, and then I'm going to have probably 2 or 3 for my Mythic Legions and at least one right now for AWOC.
Yeah, I just started one for AWOC.
I'm going to run out of space before too long with just accessory pack boxes.
I'm just a heathen who has a bin full of baggies with everything in it. Just so I can pull it out.
Are they labeled, though? Are they labeled?
Yes, they are labeled.
See,
I have a piece of paper in each bag, so I know what it is.
That random box of just all the accessories you dump together. I've seen that.
I started picking these up at Hobby Lobby, and they look awesome, and you can fit all kinds of stuff in there. So I put all my Indiana Jones artifacts and that kind of stuff in there. All my books.
Yeah.
So I've got my Gargoyles books that open up and stuff, so you can just store it in a nice little treasure crate.
Yeah, I want to find a mimic.
Look what I got.
Chest.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
I got an Indiana Jones figure.
Did you get the Phoebe Waller-Bridge figure?
So since my store watches the channel and he's heard the stories about me never watching Indiana Jones, he's like, "Hey, you want to review this figure for a penny?" And he's like, "It's a shelf warmer. I just want to get it." He just wants to get rid of them, so he gave it to me so I can review. I'm like, "I'll fucking review it."
Hey, Lawrence.
Yeah.
You want a Jean-Claude Van Damme? You got to get a figure that's Mythic Legions that doesn't have a big old chunk of armor on its legs.
Yeah.
Which figure is that, Aaron?
I don't.
It's a Mythic Legions. It's a. This is a gladiator. It's a builder.
Oh, it's the one of the gladiator builder.
Gladiator Legion builder. Yeah.
Some of you take these expensive toys out in the mud and take pictures, and you guys are heathens.
I do that.
I know you do.
You're
the one I was talking to.
Yeah, I got some new AWOCs going out to the mud tomorrow.
Oh,
and you got. Where'd you get the capes?
I got it off of eBay from the seller's GPS slot or GPS lot. He has all sorts of wire capes. Yeah, he's got.
He's got some good stuff.
Yeah, I got that, and then I made this figure today with the loincloth and everything. It's the Mezco head from the Barbarian expansion pack.
Okay.
And I stuck it on a Matt Riddle body. Then I dirtied the shit out of it and made a leather loincloth for him.
I guess whatever works. I mean, sometimes we hang on. Let me get there.
Hey,
Hang on, guys. Hang on.
Matthew.
There we go. Oh, I dig it.
That's cool. Nice job.
He'll be going with the apes tomorrow into the mud. I'm going to call him Lawrence.
You're reenacting Planet of the Apes there?
You are. Matthew, since Tony Romo is here, show the custom figure that you just did.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me get it over there. There's my mouse. My mouse went away from me. Hang on. All right.
All right, Tony. I did a Navy SEAL shipwreck that I just started working on. I wish I had the gray accessory pack. That would look a little bit better. And I need a little beanie cap for him. But I'm working on that Devil's Due shipwreck.
And it looks just like Travis's profile picture. Look for it this Monday. You're going to see it. Is that Travis?
Oh, you put that up before you said that. That's hilarious.
Perfect, Tony.
It looks just like that profile picture. That's why when you did that, I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, hold on a second. I got to grab my sticker. Travis is telling me to show my sticker off. Hold on. I'll go grab it.
But we don't have to wait in silence so he gets the sticker. We can still talk. Why we all get...
Nobody say anything.
Anybody talking bat wings?
Do what? Bat wings? Didn't you get like 2 of them?
Oh, I'm dying. Bat wings are everywhere. I just thought that's who I am now, so I better
Did
just
you
have
go
some
crazy and
by
get
myself.
that second Batman with the Batmobile?
Yeah, I did.
Why?
I'm weak. I
got the first one and I spray painted it right away to get rid of that stupid wrong colored canopy. The thing looks pretty cool. I'm debating about that Spin Master Batwing though.
yeah, I didn't care for the big Spin Master one, but the little one's pretty good.
Okay.
He sent you one? Cool.
That's cool.
First one.
I didn't get one.
Oh.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Wonderful.
That's because all you do is harass people, Lawrence. No one likes you.
I got like all the mini violence.
Believe me, the list of people that don't like me is long.
What in the hell is that, Matthew?
So this came with the Conan the Conqueror. It's
Okay. What's with the tentacles, though? Are we doing tentacle porn now? Do I need to worry about you?
This is Cthulhu. Sorry, it came with Atticus Doom, the Necroverse version. And then I got these to go with it because Cthulhu is a sea creature with all the tentacles, hanging off of his face. So they glow in the dark and they go with it. And it's pretty creepy looking, but it makes for some good background dios.
It has a Cthulhu feel, which is what you kind of want for it, right?
Exactly. I mean, that is Cthulhu, and those are his tentacles. So
Yeah. Weird feet position now. I'm making it crazy here.
Are you actually opening stuff, Aaron?
I am. It's ridiculous. I've 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. I'm more than halfway.
Is this the first 4-inch figure that's been on one of these shows of yours? Since I know everyone is like...
4-inch? What's that?
Exactly.
See, and those are cool. I like those, Thanos. I mean, they're not something that I would think of, but they're League of Legends figures. Something different.
Like I said, they're like $3. And I was just
At that point, it's worth it. Just try it. Why not?
I just picked up one of those combatants from the Gladiator figures.
Fight for Glory.
Yeah, Fight for Glory. They had the trainees on sale at 5K Toys for $29.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was when they had the Legion builders on sale for 35. So I got this Legion builder. I got a Dwarf Legion builder. I got
Did you open the
else.
dwarf yet?
I have not. He is sitting over there somewhere.
I want to know. I want to know how much articulation he actually had. Didn't look like much.
I guess we can find out together.
All right.
Oh, come on. Just you're gonna make me heat you up, aren't you? No, you're going in.
Is Core an important character in?
No, I don't think he's been in the comic yet. If I can recall. There's quite a few of the characters haven't quite shown up yet in the comic. So, gravy. Go in the hole. That's what
Are you too good for your home? Go in the hole.
Go into the hole. All right. Stand there. Just stand there. Thank you. There's my goblin. There's my dwarf. All right, we're going to figure out if this dwarf has got some articulation.
Let's do it.
If I were a betting man, I'd say it's probably limited. Because it is a dwarf.
Take offense to that.
Now, what is that?
That's Miyamoto Musashi.
Yep. He's from the stupid show on HBO, but the Westworld.
Yeah, Westworld.
Oh, okay.
But they made an action figure of him, and he's actually really an awesome figure.
Isn't he in The Last Samurai?
No, it's Miyamoto Musashi. He was way before that.
He wrote The Five Rings, which is like a book about how to actually live your life.
And actually, I got his book of complete writings that somebody did, and they put in everything, and they actually put in stories that other people told about him, so you could take your perspective, because you have different people writing stories. Was he a brute? Was he a genius? Kind of in between, and it kind of dissects his whole entire life. It's a fascinating book. It's about that thick. It has everything that he's written, and it has been written about him. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, my son's a huge fan of his.
All right. Let's see if I can get this guy open up an issue. Not tabs are snapping all up.
Falling asleep here, Aaron. Let's go.
Tony's on
I'm working.
Tony's on the ambulance right now. I don't know if he can join the chat.
I don't know. He's in the chat, so.
Well, he can join the chat. I don't know if he's on the ambulance right now.
I'm sure. I sent it anyway.
Lawrence, did you see Travis's message about how he didn't ship you cocaine?
Yeah.
That's probably for the best.
He made me some 12 scale like little cocaine bundles that he printed off for me. That's all right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's
See that Walter White figure?
That's for an upcoming photo shoot.
You see that Walter White figure with all the meth accessories?
They sold the figure that way. Unbelievable.
I know. I thought that was amazing. I was like, how'd they get away with that?
Well, is it one of the adult collectible toys, or is
Yeah,
it?
I think it was NECA that did it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, because NECA's not classified as a toy. And that's how they got away with putting everything in sawdust for the first couple of years, which was garbage, but whatever.
All right, Ed, we're going to give you this view of the articulation here.
Well, that's a nice T-pose.
Decent T-pose.
Lawrence's Van Damme, pretty close.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Oh, the knee's not even that bad. Wow. I figured that those knees look like they didn't bend at all.
Yeah, those are decent knees.
Yeah, the biggest issue I have with my Mythics is, and it's probably going to go on to
Cosmic?
Cosmics, is going to be those wrist pegs. They're just a little short.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, those hands pop out too
I
easy.
need them to be just a millimeter or two longer so they'll stay in a little bit better.
Yeah, I
That's
probably
my issue with
posing them. It's
that's
frustrating.
my issue with Mezco Destro.
Huh?
I
Yeah.
have a ton of the Mezco Gomez figures and some of the Skull Brigade, and I don't have that problem at all with those hands.
Yeah, I haven't had that either. I did have it with Classified, the Cobra Officer Wave. Those wrist pegs were real tiny. They popped out all the time.
My issue with the Mezco,
Look at Alice.
it's hard to get him to do a two-handed hold of a weapon.
We're giving her
Look at
so much
Alice's comment.
Big old laser gun, the big old two-handed gun that he's got. It's a pain in the butt to get him to hold that.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why. And I've tried I've tried tightening the shoulders. I've tried pushing it in. I've tried pushing it out. I'm just like, frustrating. Not want to go.
Phrasing, are we still doing that?
Do what?
Phrasing, are we still doing that?
Phrasing? I don't know.
Phrasing.
I still freeze when I have to. I'm doing the one thing Lawrence hates. I am doing stands.
Hey, you're more than welcome to change
Hey, man, go after those hexastacks, man. Those
Let's be
hexastacks are
honest, that
standards
hammer
for
is
display
bigger than
mechanism.
him. So he's going to be a little off balance no matter what it is.
Put it on full screen for a second, Aaron.
Hang on.
How big is Jesus? That's his biggest thing, Tamara.
Yeah. It's bad. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Like 12
Crack a
of
couple of skulls with that.
Yeah. It
I
just,
do have some figures with stands. They're mostly they're all Marvel Legends and the NECA Evil Dead stuff. That's because they just fall over. So I understand, like a big when you have a big accessory like that, I understand. It's just some people can't stand their figures.
I was
Actually, don't
surprised.
have any things on stands, but I used the museum wax. My Storm Collectible Tears Flare, the dragon she's on, I put museum wax under her feet so that she doesn't tip.
Is that different than like sticky tack?
It's wax. It's just like
It's
the
just
stuff
wax.
that we use in museums to put something down.
Really?
Yeah, just cheat it up, put it on there. If you're just going to display it, it works really great. I was surprised at how big this was. It came with one of my goblins that I got from Mythic Legions. I'm like, holy crap, how's it going to hold that?
You got like two goblins swinging it.
there's some weird scaling issues when they do stuff where it's a little bit too big for that person.
Yeah.
Travis is wondering if you heard Hexastag. Maybe. Anthony, when have you not seen Allison get a little risque?
Hey, her jokes about innuendo were great. I mean, they're all those. She's nonstop.
Yeah, that is so. I should have gotten more of them. Dang it!
They'll always make more.
Huh?
They'll make more.
No. This was the dwarf builder when they were $35. I should have got more when they were $35. I'm not gonna buy him now. He's $49.
Did you pre-order the one that's in the?
Yeah, I got the one in all 6, but
yeah, I got the skeleton dwarf from that. Looking forward to that.
I can't do a skeleton. I don't know why.
No skeletons allowed in Aaron's house.
Yeah, it's not. It's not that I don't want. It's just I can't. It's too much. It's too much for me.
Yes, Mr. Wonderful. Somebody
I want
did
a
say
whole army of
Hexastacks.
them.
That was me. I was saying, hey, it's not just a stand; it's a display system.
A way of life.
Now he's got his horns in his head.
On a hexastack.
See, does that come with a stand?
It comes with a gold pile.
But the gold pile is what it goes on.
Yeah.
More of a stand.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make it look like he's floating for pictures.
Yeah. I don't know. You're probably going to have to run a couple wires.
Wires. You can hang them from dental floss. You can
Yeah, I
hide
can
that
hang
piece.
him. I have a bunch of like fine fishing lines. Stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work. They what was I gonna say? I lost track of my thoughts. That's what happens. My brain's just farting right now. Brain fart. Who's gonna be over here? The hell was that?
All right, I'm gonna probably take off. I got some stuff popping up.
All right, Jacob. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks,
in.
Aaron. Yeah, it's cool just being on chill for a night. So,
All right, man.
Thanos,
Have a good one.
Matthew, and everybody. See you later.
Awesome, man.
Oh, God. Stay over there. I don't need to look at you no more for a while. Stay over there. Make me sad.
So Matthew, when are you going to start your own YouTube channel?
Someday when I have time.
But you're in every chat. I mean, the only days you're busy are Monday and Thursday.
Well, technically, I think that's somebody else's fault. Monday and Thursday.
He offered advice. I took it.
I'm busy every day. It's just the fact of how I can interact with everything. To do an actual channel, to be on camera, that takes actual time that I have to take away from other stuff, and don't have much of that right now.
And shouldn't you be watching Ghostbusters right now?
Hey, so should you.
Is that the next movie?
That's the next movie. Yeah, I don't think either one of us have rewatched it yet.
When's the last time you watched Ghostbusters?
6 months ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's on pretty
Maybe
regular.
a couple years ago with my kids.
Yeah, I go through all my. I mean, I've got 5,000 DVDs, Blu-rays, stuff on disc. We watch stuff all the time. Ghostbusters is a favorite of ours. My wife worked on The Fifth Element and Vampire Hunter D and all kinds of stuff like that. So,
Cool.
Fifth Element's a cool movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I was a big Bruce Willis fan back when he was doing all those movies.
Yeah,
Kind of went to Netflix.
I should be working on my show too, but I realize there's been no toy news, so it's gonna be a long 3 hours Monday.
There was all sorts of toy news today. What are you talking about, Lawrence?
What?
Nothing. There was nothing really.
There's McFarlane news. There's McFarlane news. But
They're all just waiting for San Diego, and
Yep,
then
exactly.
it was a deluge for a week.
There wasn't any Hasbro. A couple of DC.
It did dawn on me that the HasLab ends during my show.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which wasn't planned, that's for sure. I didn't plan this 9 months ago.
Well, the HasLab is garbage, and everybody's going to back out the last minute because that,
You know what?
Put in there.
I don't think so, man. It's worth
Who the hell wants Glenda?
As heartbreaking as that would be, because I want that,
I will
that would
take
be an
3
amazing show, though, because I'd be going to like 3 in the morning.
All I have to do is do a head swap, and she's Pilot Scarlet. But I mean, otherwise, Glenda was
And
Pilot
you could do
Scarlet
another
anyway,
head swap, and she can be Pilot Cover Girl. Another head
Right.
swap.
Yeah, but Glenda's like the perfect character for a HasLab.
It's a very simple.
She is.
design.
She's
It's
a perfect figure for HasLab, and that's why I think that I really hope that the last tier would be a Jetpack Hawk, because him with those flying wings, you're never going to get that in the main line.
No.
And that would be the perfect opportunity to put him in, because right in the next wave after the HasLab is over is going to be the standard version of General Hawk that they're going to release. So everybody's still going to get General Hawk, and you have to put those obscure things in there, which is why I said that there's no way that they're doing Airborne in this campaign. From day one, I said that.
Airborne was always going to be a mainline release. He was too popular to put him in that.
He was my favorite character in 1983. Period, hands down.
I'm hoping that they do another homage character, a la Failsafe.
That's what I think.
There's one of the designers of the original Dragonfly. His name is on the back of the box, the original box.
Right.
It's Master Sergeant Colbert. We don't have a figure of that. I would love to see them do that. I know they're probably not going to, because they're going to try to get somebody that drives the sale for that.
So is Colbert the actual name of a Hasbro employee back in that day?
I don't know. This was story that's my understanding.
If it is, they cannot do it, because they've been told that they can no longer do likenesses or names of Hasbro employees in the G.I. Joe line.
Okay, well, that would make sense then.
Or hooded Cobra Commanders.
Or, hey, thank you, Devon Ventura.
Well, I told you, I told you, I think it's going to be Colbert that looks like Airborne, obviously with a little bit of a different face sculpt, pretty much the same body, different colors. So you already have the Airborne body there, and that way they can say that figure on the back of the Dragonfly in the original. Well, this is actually who it was. It wasn't Airborne, even though that's what everyone assumed that it was.
They could get away with using that name though if they do stuff like they did with all the characters nowadays, like with Stalker having to use his full name. Give the guy a different look and a different first name in there, because all this says is Colbert on the side of the dragon.
You could also flip the name.
Yeah,
Rudat, Tardor, yeah, like they did with Ron. Yeah. The other thing that I think is more likely is that they're going to do Colonel Hawk, which I think that's a missed opportunity because they could do a retail release of Colonel Hawk with the MMS. I think that's possible.
Yeah, I can't see them doing that because the G.I. Joe, they will whine and cry that they can't get their original.
They're going to whine and cry no matter what.
Well, that is very true.
No doubt.
Nothing that they can do to make everyone happy.
No.
I do have to say this. I've been probably the biggest toy tuber that is out there saying, listen, people are not going to continue to buy 6-inch vehicles. Looking at the TIE Fighter and the Snow Speeder, all these Motu things. But then I see these fucking Batmobiles that sell out in like 20 minutes, and I'm like, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
that Batmobile's got a lot more.
But that's a very
fan base besides just
that's not a snowcat.
Yeah.
That's not a.
I know. I'm just saying.
I think there's more going on with that one in particular because of how influential it was at the time.
Oh, I know.
The people that were growing up.
It's just funny that like.
And it's also a cheaper price point.
Yes.
I mean, the price point that he's throwing out there is very low. It is very accessible to people who want something to display on a shelf or something like that. It looks good.
Yeah. As long as you don't actually want to play with it, it's fine.
What's wrong with playing with it? It's fine. It rolls.
What's the Amazon one that came out?
I don't trust the Amazon thing for all the tea in China, man.
So Lawrence, the Amazon one that came out previously has a discolored cockpit, and so the new one that's coming out comes with a Batman figure that we couldn't get before, and it seems to have a slightly more matte finish to the entire thing. And they fixed the factory defect that they did on the color on the cockpit.
Well, it's because they've just painted over the transparent plastic of the thing.
Right, they just sucked the pigment right up.
They also changed the gold parts to silver in the Amazon.
Oh, they did. I didn't notice that.
And it's matte,
and
it's a matte finish too.
Yeah.
Right, like I said, they put a little a slight matte finish on it, which makes it look a lot better. Which is because that's what spray paint I used on mine, and it looks awesome.
It doesn't bother me. I could get all twitchy about it. I get twitchy about a lot of things, but that slight, because in the room that it's in, the discoloration isn't noticeable where it's at because it's on a top shelf. So I'm not really like looking straight down at the canopy all the time.
So did the Amazon one?
You know, it's super easy to just put a thin coat of spray paint over it.
I can just I can pop
the best Batmobile ever made anyway, so that one doesn't.
See, I've got the right Batmobile.
Is that the Mattel one or the McFarlane one?
Yeah, that's the Mattel one with the Mattel.
Yeah.
Nice. The Mattel one's awesome.
Yes.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off. I will talk to y'all later.
All right, have a good day.
Hey, nice to chat with you, Theranos.
Yeah, I'll see you guys around for sure.
So the Amazon exclusive one that comes with the Batman.
Yep.
Did that one come out yet or not?
Yeah, it's already been sold out.
That's what I thought. How much was it?
I don't know what
75.
I couldn't even get to it.
Yeah, it was 75. It was a decent deal. It was like 15 for the figure, and
yeah,
that's incredible.
It was 70 something. Yeah, 70.
Yeah.
75.
It's going in my show because I have nothing to talk about Monday, so it's going in the fucking show.
So it will be out again.
Of course.
I don't know if it's going to be that same package, but McFarlane has said, well, not Todd, but someone at McFarlane, well after the repost, said that it will be on the market again.
Yeah.
Please refer to him as Uncle Todd.
He's not going to leave money on the table.
Did they make the decision to do the Batwing, the Batmobile, and Michael Keaton Batman together? I know they were talking about doing that as a package.
Ugh, I can't imagine that price.
I know.
Well, as long as they don't make the Batwing $250, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But they will.
Only an idiot would pay that. One sec.
Oh wait, hang on.
It doesn't want to come off the wall. My bad.
It's okay.
There's only a select few idiots that would pay.
But here's the thing: that you only collect that one line, so for
Right.
you, that expense isn't, it's not unreasonable. It's
Right.
something
Axion, is that a Sierra Nevada that you're drinking there?
That is an Angry Orchard.
Okay, Angry Orchard. Okay, awesome.
That is my beverage of choice for adult beverages.
Looks like someone's determined to get that Batwing off.
He
the
is
wall.
seriously trying
It
to.
would probably be easier just to turn her camera.
It's not worth it.
The problem is that the camera's built into the monitor, so I just can spin the computer. But I got it. I'm the winner.
Do not injure.
Now, does that have sound and lights?
Not at all.
None of that.
No electronics whatsoever.
For 250
Have you done
bucks,
a
you got a
direct
big chunk of
comparison
plastic.
to the Spin Masters?
I did actually. I did a whole stupid series on Batwings.
I think it was
And how much assembly was required for that?
Just the wings and the fins was all. The sculpting is beautiful. It's not heavy at all.
No, yeah, it
It
looks
looks
light.
nice. I mean,
It does.
The nice thing is it's the only one that had paint apps because everything Spin Master was just plastic black.
Yeah.
The big Spin Master one just had the top of the wings molded. Underneath was just nothing.
Well, that's a Spin Master for you.
Yeah. It was cheap. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Do you regret buying that Batwing?
Not at all.
Then it's all good.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah. No,
I regret selling my 89 Batwing that I had from back in the day from the Kenner line, or Toy Biz or Kenner, whoever did it. But no, I'm mad at myself for selling that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I screwed up the screws on my mount though, so I'll have to look at that before I put it back
Oh
on.
no.
That's not good.
so shiny plastic. I don't know your name. I apologize.
All right, it's good.
Do you mind? Do you have it? Do you use your name or?
No, it's Chris. I say Chris Plastic, but it's Chris.
Okay. So, what lines do you collect?
I am a DC collector
Okay.
first and foremost. So I collect Multiverse. I do some Mafex. I'll buy like Spin Master or something if it catches my eye, and then I buy like Jazzwares AEW figures.
Okay.
Superpowers?
Yeah, superpowers.
You said DC.
Yeah, it's.
Nobody
I
asked
didn't
you,
list
Lawrence.
superpowers, but yeah, I buy DC. I buy superpowers. I buy the 66 line.
This is my Batmobile from my childhood. With
Nice.
Nice.
Robin's
Nice.
from my childhood too, but Batman's McFarlane. Still functions too. That's how good the toys were back then.
I bought one a couple years back, and I've been refurbing it. I put new canopies on it. New
Yeah, I need to
windshields.
find new front canopies. That's the only thing that mine's missing. Everything else is still there. Stickers and all.
The problem I had with these is I had to glue them in, and then they degassed, and it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The only thing mine's missing is the little thing on the back wheel that made the go noise. But
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, I had my older brother, take that out because it drove me crazy. That, right? Just
Yeah.
playing with it on the
There
carpet.
it is.
My dad was always yelling at me to go upstairs to my bedroom because it was too loud. So.
I just got shipping notice the other day on the new Batmobile, though, so I'm really excited about that.
So Travis has a question: is the Chris Plastic a Johnny Wrestling reference?
No, it is a, it is actually a wrestling joke. I did a live unboxing of something for like the Royal Rumble. I think I did an unboxing, and I did a skit before, and my fake wrestler name was the Fantastique Chris Plastique, and I just kind of stuck with Chris Plastic.
So Chris, what do you think of the Batman Hush line from Mafex?
So It's cool. I skipped the Hush Batman Black and Blue because I'm dumb. Because I kept going, it's gonna get cheaper, and then it just never did.
It'll get re-released.
They've re-released it twice already.
Yeah,
They'll
that's the
re-release it
problem.
That's
But
how
I
it
did
works.
I did pick up like the diver, the stealth diver,
Okay,
because it was
nice.
$30.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I
You
just
need to-
got
You need to go to Nin Nin Game, Chris, or Ami Ami, and buy them direct and ship
Yes.
them in. You
Right.
will
Yes,
save $25 to $35.
Well,
Perfect.
I just got. So I had that figure, and it kind of disappointed me.
I
That
understand.
that Hush figure. It feels like every other figure in that line kind of bums me out because I think it should be just a little bit better. Like
I understand
everybody,
why Hush kind of bums you out, but once I put this McFarlane Red Hood head on him and kept
It
the
works.
R's on him, he works for me for Jason Todd. But
yeah, I just got Nightwing and Harley Quinn the other day from Plaza Japan at $75 a piece. So I was pretty
nice job. Yeah, I mean that Harley Quinn, that Nightwing are amazing. I love this Huntress. If you use the movie G.I. Joe Scarlet crossbow with her.
Oh, sweet! I have her. I haven't done a whole lot with her yet.
Oh man, I think she's awesome. But I mean, I'm a sucker for the Hush figures that are coming out from Offx. I think they're amazing. That Superman's my favorite Superman.
That Nightfall paint is very tempting.
I desperately need them to do a Robin though.
No, me too. Tim Drake.
I'm a Robin guy first and foremost. So
yeah.
Hey, McFarlane just did a Tim Drake that's coming out. It looks amazing.
Yeah,
yes, I pre-ordered it and I've already repainted the red version like 2 different ways.
Sorry,
so.
that looks awful. I'm sorry.
It did.
It's too big.
But I swapped the arms with the Dawnbreaker, so he didn't have the sleeves. And then I did a repaint as the new Batman Adventures costume, and then a more traditional costume.
I'm talking about the one that they just showed that's coming out for pre-order.
Yeah,
that one's a good figure, but it's too big.
It's the same figure. It's the exact same figure, but new undies, new head sculpt, new cape.
Yeah, the head sculpt is just.
Aaron,
Not as
Chris, are you getting the Method Tim Drake Robin?
Yeah.
That's a nice looking figure.
You know,
Aaron,
he hasn't had a good figure in decades.
Well, I was looking for the 66 Robin to go with the Mattel Batmobile, and it's amazing how much the Robins actually look like. Oh, Krotos, he's awesome.
Where is it?
It's Krotos.
Is.
Oh, Mythic Legion, yeah.
It's Krotos. He is an awesome figure. That's the one I want to get.
Amazing. That looks awesome.
He's like a healer or something, right?
Yeah, their sculpts are awesome. I can't get over how detailed their sculpts are.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got hoof, feet, and everything. He's an amazing figure.
Yeah. I like the little weird. I like all the animals. Give me my animals. Give me my animals, anthropomorphic, whatever, and I'm good.
Did you get the Centaur?
Do what?
Do you have the Centaur? Whatever his
I
name
do
is.
not. I don't have space for it. It's too damn big.
Oh, come on. You sound like Lawrence.
Man, if I could get one of those big trolls, I need a
here.
massive troll to fight my Conan.
I know,
And
right?
Somebody just took a picture of it today that I saw on my Instagram, and I'm like, oh man, I need to go back and find one of those trolls.
They're so expensive now.
They are.
I went ahead and I got for my Robo Skull. I went ahead and bought the display stand, and then I got a Skeletron, the 6-inch Skeletron. So I figure I might end up picking up a couple more later, but I'm not right now. I'm just looking at one.
I was all in on that Skeletron, man. So I got 2 of them coming with all the stands and all the figures of every scale. I really, Gary was a friend of mine. Gary Goggles Head. Gary Head was a friend of mine. So anytime somebody makes a figure of him, I'm kind of a sucker for saying, "Hey, let's get that."
And that's the one. That's the figure that I got with mine. That was the extra that I bought. I made sure to.
Yeah, I keep trying to figure out what toys I can do without to get one of those trolls, and then I see like Cosmic Legions come out. And
oh yeah,
Exactly.
What was the Nightfall Batman and Bane got pre-ordered? And
What about
Oh, dude, that looks so
all
awesome.
the Valaverse repaints? You could not buy those.
other than a wannabe Condor, wannabe Chuckles, I haven't bought a Valaverse since
Oh, really?
since the last SDS came out.
The SDS line is probably their best. I mean,
Yeah.
that reissue
Easily their
is
for
clearly
sure.
the best figures that they've ever done.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't say that. I did buy a Steel Brigade female, but that was the only female I bought. But I was not impressed, so I sold her.
Oh,
I
well, I'll tell you
did
what,
collect.
I mean, that Eclipse figure, the original Eclipse figure, and Pandora, they're really good figures. I didn't have a problem with them, but I hope they do tweak it a little bit more so it's more like the SDS line.
Well, that was my last set of Vala.
With the females.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
won't be.
females
I don't
felt
have
like
any need for them anymore. I have plenty of Joes. I bought them to fill out my Joe sections.
What?
Now I'm good on Joes and I don't need them.
It's like I told
And I
Lauren.
picked up AWOC and Mythics and Cosmic Legion, so I picked up 3 other lines. I don't have money or space for them.
I think Blowback is the only Valaverse figure that I have that's actually in original state. Everything else has been
he's amazing.
popped
bashed.
apart and
That
reworked.
blowback figure is awesome.
Same with Trigger.
Oh, Trigger's a great figure too, for sure.
I just, my issue with Trigger is that, well, this is my issue with all the figures, is they're all the exact same height, exact same arms. Like, Trigger should have bigger arms. And I have him with specific Joes, and he just looks tiny. And he's not supposed to.
Oh, yeah, he should be bigger. That undercover Condor is the only reason I have Mr. Wonderful print me off cocaine.
Oh,
Gonna do a little Miami Vice action.
The not Chuckles, not Daniel Craig, James Bond, not
Right.
Not-
Condor figure.
not Airborne undercover and not Chuckles. Yes.
Yeah. Did you see the blown up Cobra Island shots that I did with him?
No,
So I did some with him on a beach, blowing up Cobra Island in the background, and he's got the Mezco Destro case all lit up next to him, like the bomb case, like he hit the button. And then I have one with him with Mara Jade on top of them as they're kind of making out by a palm tree while it's blowing
I saw
up
the
in
Mara Jade
background.
one, yeah.
Saw
the
that
thing
one.
is, I really like the figure. I think it looks really nice.
Hey,
A buddy
it
of mine
does.
has,
Looks good.
has a second one. He's asked me if I want to buy it off him. I'm like, I really want to get away from the line. I mean, I still like some of the figures, but I'm like for me, I started picking them up to fit in with the Joes, but now I just have so many GI Joes. The only ones I really want are like the Scarabs and all those because they go with my Serpentor crew.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I did too. The gold swarm troopers, the swarm sentries, those look amazing with Serpentor, and then you throw in some scarabs and some regular swarm troopers, and I think they make a great coil guard.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is now with everything that's coming out now, you really have to stand out from the crowd in order to be on top. Right now, no offense to Bobby because he's got his fan base and he's got some. I mean, the figures are great. I can pose an Action Force figure better than anything, right? I mean, I put them in Matrix poses without a stand or anything, and they stand that way, right? But his figures are going to become just noise if he doesn't do something different because Hasbro's improving their quality on that line. Then you have Savage Crucible, AWOCs, Mythic Legions that are coming out with great paint wraps, great, original, unique characters. Now, maybe like AWOCs have a lot of the same reuse, same with Mythic Legions and stuff.
But you got to realize, though, AWOC has only had 3 waves.
Right.
So,
but even if you have reuse and you're creative about it, I mean, like you look at the orangutans, they don't look anything like the gorillas, even though it's the same exact mold, right? It doesn't look anything like. But with Bobby's line of Valaverse being so close to Joe, and now you have Monster Force coming out, and you have what's the new one that Jazz Wars is
Call of Duty.
Yeah. Call of Duty's coming out. So it's just going to become noise, right? All of those military lines are going to be noise.
Except for
Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon for sure, and they're just trying to stand out the most. And I think Bobby's quality and his reputation is going to take that to a degree. I don't know how far it's going to go.
That's it, right? It'll take it to a point, but
well, I mean,
he's coming out with a vamp before Hasbro is.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I look at that and all I do is see my car that's in the driveway. I don't need my toys looking like a car I drive every day. I don't. I need that suspension of disbelief.
You're
Me and
not
Teflon are
crying
always
for the
going-
Migo Bat Lab?
No.
Teflon and I were always joking around about how it looks like a militarized grocery getter, but I still have to have it. I mean, that's-
Well, after someone said it looks like an armored
Teflon's
PT
great.
Cruiser, I can't not see that. I was like, oh my god, yeah, it does.
you
It
drove a
looks like-
PT Cruiser, didn't you, Lawrence?
No, I was not a Plymouth guy.
Oh,
I'm a Chrysler guy, but not a
Really
Plymouth.
oh, you're Chrysler. That's right.
Oh no, wait. Oh, it's a PT Cruiser was.
It's Chrysler.
It was Dodge and Chrysler did the PT Cruiser.
Yeah.
No, Dodge and Plymouth did the Neon.
Oh,
It was
right.
the exact same, other than because I had one. It was a Chrysler. It was a Plymouth Prowler.
Yeah.
Was,
Yeah.
That was a hot rod right there.
Yes.
The
Nice
foot
car,
peg,
other than it had a crappy 3.5 V6.
he doesn't stand very well on his own because of how heavy his head is. And the foot peg they gave me for both of the feet is extremely narrow. It is not a very big foot peg at all.
Mm.
That is something I'm gonna have to. I can't
Just
carve
that.
into it because he's got a ball rocker for the foot that's right there, and he's that little itty bitty
Whoa.
is all he's got for a heel.
Well, that's what Sticky Tack is for.
Chris, were you going to show us your Robin?
I don't know if he's a little.
Oh,
Heavy.
yeah. I was just holding up the. Yeah, this is the Robin they just announced, but it's the previous release. But in the TNBA colorway.
Which one is that one? Oh wait, hang on. Let me saw you. Let me get you.
Yeah.
There we
Oh yeah, nice.
This is the Amazon release, but with custom painted arms.
But it works.
Yeah. Giving him that new Batman Adventures look.
See, I always like Tim Drake.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the best. He's the best Robin. Because
Robin
to me-
never got enough respect. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, because to me, in my opinion, Dick Grayson went on to be Nightwing.
Yeah.
Right.
So
He's-
he's the
Dick Grayson's
original
also the
Robin.
best Batman.
What?
I was gonna say Dick Grayson's also the best Batman, but
Well, I won't go that far, but anytime that it's anyone else that plays Batman other than Dick Grayson, it bothers me. That's why
Right,
I love.
exactly.
I love the end of Nightfall when they went into was a Night Quest after that, where he takes up the mantle.
yeah,
And I just remember him having that conversation with Commissioner Gordon, who he's like 2 inches shorter, I think, than Batman. And when Commissioner Gordon calls him out about not being whoever the original Batman is, and he says something like, "Does it matter?" And he's like, he goes, "It did with the last guy." But it was like,
Okay.
I love that
loved
comic
Robin.
part.
The more I
Robin's
look
one of
at
my
this, the
favorite
more I'm getting
characters
a little bit-
since Migo had the 8-inch line of Super Friends, and that's
So you like the short shorts?
it didn't matter back then. It was the 70s, man. Everything was weird in the 70s.
So you like the old 80s NBA?
Yeah. Give me some Larry Bird dribbling his balls.
I just stand by though the Grant Morrison Batman and Robin run with Grayson as Batman and Damian as Robin worked great. It's the only time Damian worked for me.
I kind of like Damian sometimes. I don't know. I go back and forth on him. I do think that it's Bruce Wayne or Dick Grayson being Batman, and that's it until you get to maybe Terry McGinnis. But again, Terry's a totally different Batman.
Yeah,
Right.
I have no issue with that because Terry McGinnis is not that Batman. He is down the line. Bruce is retired. He mentors him.
Yeah.
It would have been great to do a movie with Terry McGinnis and this guy that played Vulture as old man Bruce Wayne, but DC
Played Vulture?
not
You mean
anything.
the guy who played Birdman? The guy who played Birdman,
Yes.
which was
Yeah.
a parody of.
DC could fuck up a blowjob.
Yeah.
Like,
tell you what,
He's
I-
got a lot of identical brothers because that's the only way they made Multiplicity, right?
Right. You like pizza, don't you, Steve? I like pizza, Steve.
You touch my pee-pee.
What's the movie where he plays that? He plays the killer that he's in prison. He's able to get out. He uses like.
I know what you're talking about. Like I was trying to think of that movie earlier today. Actually, I can't think of it though.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I don't know that one.
He's on like death row, and there's some kid that has like cancer, and like whatever the kid needs, the only thing that will match is what.
Yeah, I remember
what
that
he
one
has.
too. What the hell?
And he's
was
able
that?
to convince them to basically not let him out, but to do whatever he needs into the hospital, and he breaks out.
Okay, yeah.
But he's like
the plot is reminding me, but I don't know what it's called.
He's working out with like milk jugs, and he's just super ripped. I mean, you're like, why didn't you look like that for Batman?
Let's Google it.
Desperate Measures.
Yes, it is a great movie. I mean, it was not what you see Michael Keaton as normally. I mean, even as Vulture, he wasn't like a bad guy.
He is not going to stand.
Brian Cox, Andy Garcia, Eric King. Man, they had some good people in that movie. Punk, we may need to think about that one for the future.
I was thinking about that.
They missed an opportunity though, not doing Batman Beyond with him as Batman for the.
They absolutely did. If they don't even consider that moving forward as doing that as a Batman Beyond film, as an Elseworlds or something else, they are freaking dumb. And people have been telling that for the last 3 years. James Gunn's an idiot.
He's all about those young people and trying to get to the new crowd and all that nonsense.
Yeah, but he doesn't understand what a fan base actually is.
No, not at all.
He can do those buddy comedy things and all that kind of stuff, but you can do Peacemaker and that was good. You do Guardians of the Galaxy, that was good. You do Suicide Squad, and I actually kind of like that. That was okay. You do that kind of quirky nonsense, and it's fine. I don't think he can do Batman and Superman. And
no, that's it. Right?
My biggest thing moving forward. He cannot do Batman and Superman.
I'm intrigued to see him try Superman, though.
Guardians of the Galaxy, those are all those comedy buddy kind of things, right? And it's not, I don't see him doing Batman. So, but he could surprise us. I don't know. I
just feel like DC, again, they don't know what the hell they're doing because there's 18 people and they keep changing stuff. And so I said this going back when the first Star Wars movies, when the first sequel trilogy, the first Disney trilogy was being done. I told my cousin, I'm like, they need to put Jon Favreau in charge of that.
Right?
And then they do these really shitty movies. I'm sorry if you like the new Star Wars movies. They suck. And then all of a sudden, Jon Favreau does The Mandalorian. And I feel vindicated. Because he should have been put in charge. Because I said he took Iron Man. He made it his own, but he still made it Iron Man. And I didn't go, oh, yeah, this is a Jon Favreau movie. It's an Iron Man movie.
I don't think John's a big picture guy, though. He does those little things well. I don't know that he could take over everything.
Did you watch the Clone Wars series the cartoon one?
That was Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni.
Yeah, Filoni did that one. That's right.
Yeah,
he did the Mandalorian too.
So. Well, he and John worked together on that.
Yeah.
But when season 2 happened to the Mandalorian is when all the power got taken away from John.
Yep.
He made one decision by bringing back Mark Hamill, and that was a surprise to everybody. And somebody up at Lucasfilm, we know her name, was very upset about it and took all the power away from it and tried to steal credit. If you watch the director's roundtable, you can see it happening on screen as she overtalks everyone and just steamrolls them and tells them what they should be saying.
Yeah, that director's roundtable was some of the best TV I'd seen on Disney Plus in a long time. Watching that was some good stuff.
Yeah, no, that was entertaining. I like John, but he's out now. I mean, he's already stepped away from the project, so he's done with it.
Well, there's rumor floating around that Disney's looking to sell Marvel or Star Wars, one of the two, so they can get out from underneath those because they're both tanking. Because Disney won't.
They've lost.
I don't think that'll happen. No, that makes too much money.
No, it absolutely will. They will license it out because I don't know if you know this or not, but Universal still holds a license to the comic book Universal cartoon characters because in their theme parks, they still have a Marvel universe over there, and it's far better than whatever they're doing over at Disney, at the Disney parks. So the licensing thing makes them more money than holding on to it. And
that license makes them nothing. That Universal license is awful.
Well, okay, whatever. But licensing material to other companies to produce makes them more money, and that's the thing that the streaming wars kind of destroyed. Streaming wars destroyed all this because everybody started making their own streaming services, and what they realized is they lost all the revenue from licensing it out to television networks and other stations and Netflix and everything else. And so you see Sony doing it right now, and you see a couple of the Warner Brothers is doing it right now.
Batman's up back on Netflix now that it wasn't getting enough views on HBO and all that. So
exactly, so they're starting to license back out to other companies.
Well,
and
what you're going to see with the streaming services are going to be just another cable conglomerate before it's all said and done.
It is, and we're all going to be watching Amazon, and Amazon was the first one to combine all of those streaming services into one place. And since they already have everything, if people actually realize what they have on Prime, they're going to realize, hey, I can purchase HBO Max through this. I can do this through this, and they're going to do it all through Amazon, and Amazon's going to control everything.
Yeah.
You mean they don't already?
Well, you know, it's pretty close. I mean, Coke and Pepsi still vie for most of our foodstuffs, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Universal deal though actually happened before Disney bought Marvel.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was we're bankrupt and give us anything at all to keep us afloat deal.
Yeah.
Well, because Marvel was on the downslope and they've been going bankrupt this whole time, and Disney purchased it. And the only reason Marvel Comics even still exists is because Disney owns them.
Yeah. Well, the
rumor
I heard
Warner
was
Brothers is $150 billion in debt, and
Yeah.
they lost $10 billion in the last 10 years.
A good chunk of their current debt, though, was them being taken over. That debt was assumed as part of the takeover. With Discovery.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. They were at one point AOL Time Warner. So I'm just saying.
I heard that they wanted to get rid of one of those two licenses, though, sell it for a good amount of money, of course, right? Because $4 billion that they bought Star Wars for is that's a lot of money.
But they can't sell it for $4 billion right now because they've thrown it in the gutter.
Yeah, but that's what they want to do. They want to get rid of one of them because they think if they focus on one, because Marvel was successful before they brought Star Wars over. That's their train of thought, right? But it has nothing to do with that. It's the people running the show.
No, what they did is they shot their wad already with Endgame, and by that point, after that, you're kind of it's anticlimactic.
They're also going too woke with everything now. I mean, it's just too much politics.
And that didn't bother me.
Well, Marvel Phase 4 was the worst thing that ever happened to it because they didn't have a plan and they put a whole bunch of no talent, underpaid people in charge of everything, and they didn't know how to write stories or tell stories that didn't involve self-inserts into everything. And so they have to put themselves, because they have no empathy. The people that are writing these stories in these shows have zero empathy for human beings. They don't know how to human.
Right. That's what I mean by going woke, Aaron, is that it's not the woke part of it. It's the fact that they're just throwing it in there for the purpose of trying to use it as a selling marketing point, right? It's let's put this gay character in here just because we know there's a big uprise of that people want to see that, right? So they're just using it as a marketing. They don't give a shit about the gay community or anybody else for that matter. It's just use it as a marketing ploy. And it's failing miserably because it's forced. It's not natural. It's not cohesive with the story.
Well, give me a second. I'm going to check with Mike Zero and see if George Lucas has bought back Star Wars from Disney yet. Because he has
that flash drive that he found in 2002 has everything that they ever planned to ever do at Lucasfilm. So it's got all the information on it. So Mike Zero is the king.
Well, if he doesn't know
who Mike Zero is, right? I know I mentioned that. God. Dude, take Viper Island and multiply it by 100 and you have Mike Zero.
Well, I was just going to tell you, if Mike Zero doesn't know, maybe you could get a hold of Viper Island. He probably does.
Yeah, Mike Zero, he does. And you want to talk about a content creator, go back to his things and look at the past 7 days. He'll have 23 videos out and you're like, and I mean, 35,000 watches and you're like, this guy just sits in his basement with his dartboard that says Mike Zero on it. It says 0, right?
There's a guy who used to come to my channel and chat who started a channel about 7 months ago, and he's put up 1.4 thousand videos.
Holy shit. In 7 months?
Yeah, and he like you look, he's got like 600 subscribers, but the biggest video he has is like 100 some views or something.
Can I ask who that is, or do you not want to divulge that?
I just don't want to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Put it in the private chat if you don't mind, because now I'm interested.
Do people not realize?
I was born an
that you put out
asshole,
more
Chris,
than
so it's
3
okay.
videos?
I'm so interested in this now.
I gotta copy his name because I don't remember it off the
It
top of my
says a
head.
punk with toys. I'm going to be pissed off.
It's it is not. 'Cause I don't think you've ever wandered onto my channel, so that's fine.
No,
I've seen you before.
Okay.
It is a punk with toys. Just say it. Just say it, Chris. Just say it.
Nobody gets notifications on those, right? If you do more than 3 videos a day with notifications, nobody gets the notifications past 3.
Well, I'm not doing 3 videos a day. I do 1 video a week. This is a special thing.
All right, I put it up in the
And I didn't
private
get
chat.
notification. I should have gotten notification for this.
I
It
don't
didn't
know
pop
why.
up. Man, I don't know what's up with your notifications. I'm not getting them.
That's it? That's the name of his channel?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got 619 subscribers and 1.4 thousand videos.
Is that
Oh, yeah.
Are they all
He's in a lot
shorts?
of chats.
They got to be shorts, right?
No, well, some are.
Yeah, he's in a lot of chats.
A lot of
God
chats.
damn it.
Yeah.
I don't know this guy.
I've
And
never heard
it's-
of him either.
And you look at his stuff, and it's like a lot of like, oh, here's a toy, here's the beach, here's the end of the world, and it's just like, oh no,
It's one pan over, right? The beach, the toys, end of the world.
the rapture.
How come I have a feeling we're going to look back at this and be like, yeah, you realize we were all live when we were talking about this?
Right.
Yeah, sadly, we were alive. But
I never say anything out loud that I don't.
You know, the reality is, I am who I am. I try not to be a jerk, but you know, there are some people I will kind of call out.
Like that a punk with toys guy. He's a real man, I tell you.
Hey,
The word. No,
believe me, I am not liked very much by many people in this community.
Lawrence says that, but every Monday night he's got like 70 people watching his stream
oh man,
for 3 hours.
I was like, where'd he go?
We'll find out this
Hit
week.
the wrong button.
We'll find out what goes after tonight, right?
Yeah, I have nothing to talk about other than giveaway. Not that many people want this thing, so
It's not that we don't want it, Lawrence. I don't need it. I have one. At that point, I no longer need, because I'm going
I
to
think
get
it's
2
not
more.
one of these bad boys.
I'm going to get 2 more of him in a different paint scheme shortly.
I've seen this guy before. Because I know the picture. I've seen him in GDL.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I have to say that gorilla reminds me of Optimus Primal. Am I crazy? Is it just in my head?
You're not
did
crazy.
You mention that? Did you mention that on my video? Someone mentioned that exact thing. That said it looks
I may have said it somewhere, but it was just like because the ape is very like his original beast mode, but the colors are very transmetal Optimus Primal. So in my head,
holy crap, dude! Yeah, now that I look this up, I'm like, I know that Jesus.
Don't go starting stuff, Lawrence.
Is it not Jesus?
Play nice.
it is Jesus.
Okay.
It's the rapture, like Chris just said. Toys, beach, the rapture.
Yeah.
Play nice, kids.
The
Don't
picture is of
make
Jesus.
Dad come in.
Oh wait, it even says right here.
I've already accepted that I'm going to hell, Aaron, so it doesn't matter at this point in time, right? At 50, I don't have enough life left to make up for what I've done the first 50 years.
You know, if he's right, it is what it is at this point.
First class ticket to hell. I'll see you guys all there, so it'll be fun.
You know, someone will finally have a chance to explain to the darkness how a one-way ticket to hell works. One-way ticket to hell and back? That's not a one-way ticket.
I always wanted to know what my dad said about hell in a handbasket. I don't know. How am I going to hell in a handbasket?
Hey, no. Yeah.
Well, if you're cremated, they can put you in a handbasket.
Handbasket would burn up, according to what I was told. It's like the flames behind my head.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, good gravy. All right, hang on. I give up.
Oh, I'm so intrigued by this. This has been interesting. I'm so glad I jumped on now.
I feel that the flames of hell are probably ice and fire together, though.
Fire and Ice. That was a good show. The rotoscope animation. That was awesome. Beginning of
Fire
heavy
was
metal,
nice.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Does Allison want the link for the person?
I was gonna say I've talked to Allison about him before. I'm like,
Oh.
ooh, I wish he wasn't amplified so much.
Or is she talking about for the thing?
No, I think she's
Here.
talking about the one that Chris sent.
Of who it is.
Oh, okay. She knows who it is then. She's seen him.
I'll send it to you, Allison. Let me pull up Instagram.
What are you opening now, Aaron?
If he comments, it'll be so awesome.
I am actually to a stopping point.
You're to a stopping point.
Oh,
How are you at a stopping point? You still had 8 figures left to open.
I have technically 3, but I have no more room on my desk. So the choice.
We don't want excuses, Aaron. We want results.
Come on now.
I got through. I got through 10.
Well, what's the favorite figure you opened today, then?
That's right there.
Oh, Vero Atlas, nice.
And
I only have 3 of the AWOC cats. I'm not really into the cats.
You know, there's just something cool about it in general, but this is my second.
Oh yeah, that's the barbarian.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the dwarf.
Oh, that's
Nice.
the dwarf.
Yeah, he loves.
Oh, I didn't realize he had a helmet like that.
Yeah, I just didn't have those in earlier. Pulled them out of the accessory pack and was like, "Ooh,
Nice.
nice."
Hey, weren't you gonna go for only an hour today?
I didn't know how long I was going to go. It didn't go that long. A couple hours.
The show never goes an hour when action's on there.
It's not a complete show unless you hit 3 hours. It's not a complete show.
I'm not Lawrence. I don't do 3 hours. I have.
On Sunday night, we were on till 2 o'clock in the morning with Hella Dope Toys.
Yeah, but you guys were giving that guy the business all night.
Yeah,
So
that was a fun time.
I finally went to sleep after you gave me business. I don't know how long that was. But that was a long time. And he just didn't give up. It was like stubbornness.
I believe I got offline with Mr. Wonderful at almost 2 a.m. on Thursday.
What time did you guys end the show? I dropped off at 11:30.
12:30.
Yeah.
And then we were just chatting. I think I went to bed at 2:30. Woke up at 6:30.
Yeah. I mean, I do the chats with them afterwards for a little while.
I was on with you, and it was a lot easier on Friday when you.
I love Travis, but that boy can talk.
He can. I like Travis.
I don't know what you mean.
You wouldn't.
Matthew, what time do we usually get done after?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we're done by my time, 1 or so, I guess.
I figured you and Travis were going to have cards that you could raise up for whose turn it was to talk, because you two just keep going back and forth.
About me or Lawrence?
Lawrence.
Now the problem is when you get Tony Romo involved with this, because he'll just call you at random times and just want to spend an hour on the phone with you.
See, and Romo's throwing Lawrence under the bus, saying he chats.
Love you, Tony.
Yeah. Tony's not any better.
Yeah, it's funny because anybody calls me after 9 p.m., good luck. Because my phone goes to do not disturb till 6 a.m. There's only 4 people that have that phone number to call.
How many of you have teenagers?
Huh?
At 9 p.m.?
Yep.
Holy shit. Look, Ryan Sweeney showed up. Dreadnought Ryan.
I could have to get up.
What's up, Ryan?
It's Dreadnought.
6 o'clock.
Dreadnought Ryan, according to his co-host.
I'm an old man.
Lawrence, you have teenagers. I know Aaron does, and I think Matt does, right? Matt, you have teenagers?
No, we had kids real late in life, so she's pretty young still.
I make the mistake of calling my son sometimes. Now I have 3 daughters that are older than him, and I make the same mistake with them, but I have to text them that I need to talk to them before I can actually call them. Do you guys have that same problem?
I'm sure that'll be a thing.
They won't even answer the phone unless I text them that I'm calling them first.
No, mine. I text him, and I text him from the house, mind you. So I might be doing.
And he's in the other room.
And he's in the other room, in his room, on his headset. And I text him because I know he's not going to hear me if I'm yelling at him to come out. Mm-hmm. So I text him, and it's like 5 minutes later, and I'm just like, really?
5 minutes later?
If I get to 5 minutes, yeah, we're going to have a conversation. Excuse me. I needed your help. But he's getting ready to turn 16 next month, so it's...
Yeah. Oh, 16. Yeah, teenagers.
Well, my daughter's 24.
My youngest is 17, and my oldest is 29.
So, yeah, I've got that nice gap of 8 years where there was no children.
No, it doesn't matter. My son, I just get attitude no matter what. It doesn't matter what it is. And it's always me. It's how I talk to him. I'm like, you have the same issue with your mom. You have the same issue with your little sister. Like, maybe it's you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know I'm passive aggressive, but it's like everything that he says.
Passive aggressive? Hang on.
My son's pretty chill, but my 19-year-old daughter, she's the same way. It doesn't matter what you say, how you say it. It's still wrong.
Yeah, but I'm like, you have an issue with your mom. That's why you lived here for a year and a half till things got bad between us. And it was the same issue with your mom. So I'm like, all right, we have to go back and forth because I need time to myself. It's like, maybe it's you. I mean, not saying it's all you, but maybe some of it is you and not everyone else.
Some of it is you with some DNA from both me and your mother that's causing the problem.
But again, it's like your mom and I get along. Your sister gets along with me. As a matter of fact, my son... He has a half sister, that I raised, my ex's daughter, and I go, you didn't get along with Emily. Oh no, I got along fine with Emily last time she was here. And my daughter is sitting there going, no, today she moved out and moved 2.5 hours away. She hit him in the head. Like, you didn't get along with her. And she's like, I get along with her perfectly fine now because she lives 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
All right, we get along fine too if I live 2.5 hours away.
Right. How old is he?
He'll be 17 on the 15th. So.
And your daughter's younger than him, right?
Yeah, she's 14.
Yeah, 14.
And then my oldest is 26. My stepdaughter. So it is a nice wide gap between those.
Yep.
Like I said, she's 2 hours away from us. So. But it's the teen years. I mean, all those people that talk about like, oh, I'm so glad I had boys. I'm like, man.
I'm glad I wasn't an asshole like that when I was a kid.
No, like
you were not at all. I'm sure none of us were assholes as children. No.
I was an asshole, but not an asshole like that. Like I never disrespected my dad, not like that.
I was afraid to disrespect my dad.
Yeah, I would get smacked upside the head if
I got pulled over by the cops when I was like 19, 20 years old, and I had a couple of beers at that point in time. It was like graduation time, Had a couple of beers, got pulled over by the cops. My dad was a mechanic his whole life, and the garage that he worked at fixed the state troopers' cars for the local barracks that were right across the street, right? So they did all the work. So all the state troopers knew him. So I got pulled over. The cop's like, you got your license? I give him my license. He's like, oh, you Joe Kozak's son? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, yes. And he goes, all right, we won't take you to the sheriff's office. We're going to take you home to your dad because he'll know what to do with you. And yep, my dad knew exactly what to do with me. Oh, thank you for bringing him home, whatever his name was. And that cop shut the door. My dad had me on the floor before I could even get a word out. That's my dad.
My dad, I remember him smacking my leg one time with me fighting with my sister. But my mom died when I was 13, so it was like,
yeah,
I had a lot of respect that he had so much to deal with my younger sister, but I never talked back to either one of my parents. Not like that. I mean, and kids do, but like today, some of these kids, like
My excuse is I was a middle child.
that's my son. Well, my son is the middle, and I swear to God, like I'll look at my ex, and I'll be like, you can hear the Marsha, 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 like, oh my God, dude.
I wasn't Marsha. I was trying to outdo my brother who was older and get more attention than my sister who was younger.
But what's awesome is that like I'll say something to my daughter, and she will be like, "You don't ever say that to Andrew," and I'm like, "He says the exact same thing to me about you." Like it is amazing how you two can hear the exact same.
That is a trained kid response. It doesn't matter how old they are; they'll do that. You never tell so and so to do this. You never tell so and so to do that. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just my daughter's she's completely.
You gotta love them. That's all you can do.
Yeah, sometimes they make it difficult.
They do.
Aaron, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever read the Larry Hama Storm Shadows series from DDP? Devil's Due.
No, I have not.
It is 7 issues. There's a trade paperback of the first 5, I think. It's a pretty interesting Storm Shadow story. What's that? Devil's Due? Yeah.
Have you guys ever met Larry Hama?
Oh yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, he is just such a cool guy. He came to
Ryan, look at Ryan Sweeney's last comment.
Yeah, man.
I have a lot of respect because my dad adopted me me and my brother when I was 18 months old because my real dad drove his car through a house. And I remember I was like 15 years old and I was just sick of his shit. And he had a lot on his plate, right? My mom didn't work, adopted 2 boys that weren't his. So I had a lot of respect for him, but I also had a lot of, I was a typical teenager, right? And I remember one time he kept saying to me, "Who do you think you are?" talking to me like that. And I was like, "I'm not your son." Man, I don't know how many times since I gotten old enough, right, that I've apologized for saying that to him because, back then you don't think about that stuff. But being a dad myself now, it's like, man,
yeah,
some guy stepping in, taking over for, 2 punk ass kids that he didn't have to take care of. And
I started raising my ex's daughter at age 5. She left me for the senior year of my daughter. So when she graduated, right? And everything was fine. So everything was fine until mom, everyone knew she had a boyfriend. And then she started things got bad with the custody battle, right? And then she started taking her mom's side, which is to be expected. And all my friends would be like, she's not your daughter. I'm like, you don't raise someone for that long. I'm like, when she's ready to come around, she doesn't have to apologize. Nothing. When she's ready, and as my ex and I started to get along better, because as time goes, she's come around, and she has my old car that I was literally, it was Sunday. Carvana was coming to pick up my old ass car on Friday. I was supposed to go over and do a little bit of work on on her car. And my ex calls me up and says, "You know what? Don't come over. She just totaled her car." And I'm like, "Is she all right?" And I'm like, "Well, I have them coming to pick up this car. If she wants it, it's yours." And it had 265,000 miles on it. She's still driving it. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. But I tell her, I'm like, do not call your mom when there's a problem with this car. Because all she does is stress you out from 2 hours away. Then she's stressed out. Either way, I hear about it. I come around and it's like, she hit me up on Father's Day, say Happy Father's Day. And it's like, listen, there was something between me and your mom. Of course, you're going to take her side. But I told my friends, my dad, I'm like, when she's ready, she doesn't need to apologize. She doesn't need to say anything. Because
So when I was a young guy, I was living with a girl for a couple years, and she had 2 young kids. They were like 7 and 8, 9, somewhere in that area. But I mean, even being with them kids for 2 years, it was tough when we broke up and I left, man. I'll tell you, it was tough.
I did that with the girl before my kids' mom. She had, I was stupid. She had a baby that was 10 months old. And then had a daughter that was around 5 or 6. And I was with her for like 2.5 years. So I raised that boy. And let's just say that ended awful.
Yeah.
And, as time goes on, like, she kind of reached out and just to say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. Actually, apologize. There are women that will apologize. It's crazy. And I went to his graduation party, and he remembered. It took him a second, but once he realized who I was, the fact that he had these weird, memories and stuff, it was crazy.
Is that the Mafex one?
Yeah, it is.
Damn.
That's the 2-pack with the Carrie Kelly. That Carrie Kelly's awesome too. You put a different head on it, it could be a Robin easy.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm old. So
You're not old.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 39, so I'm really not that old. But
Yeah,
you're younger than all of us.
You're younger than all of us.
You're a spring chick, man.
yeah, I'm taking my nephew though to the local pop culture convention tomorrow, so I want to get some rest.
Good luck.
Hey, who's coming? Who's coming to the convention?
It's an eclectic group. I think we got some of the kids from The Sandlot. Got
nice.
Tom Arnold and Ming Chen.
Nice.
Tom
I've got one
Arnold,
coming
huh?
up in September with Michael Biehn and some of the Aliens crew and Ninja Turtles coming up.
Very cool.
Are you going to see Tom Arnold?
Oh yeah, probably. I don't think so.
The only thing I think about Tom Arnold is in True Lies, where Arnold thinks that his wife's cheating on him, and he's like, oh, great, it finally happened to you. And he's all excited. He's like, the bitch even took the ice cube trays. Who takes the ice cube trays? Because when my ex left, she took everything out of the refrigerator, even the condiments. And I'm at the skate park, and I was showing, the owner and everything, and everyone's laughing. So I'm like, look at that. The only thing she left was the Mountain Dew, because she knew that was mine, and some syrup. I have pictures of it still. I'm like,
my
"She took the
ex-wife,
condiments."
my first ex-wife left me. She left me my cat and the cat's litter box, and that was it. She didn't leave. Well, no, she left me one glass, and that was it.
Well, at least it was a cat. You got the better end of the deal.
I did. And afterwards, the only thing I bought was a kitchen table. I bought a futon. I was in the military at the time. I bought a kitchen table, like a small, one from some cheap department store, and a futon and a TV. And I would pour the cat's food in a bowl, and I pour mine in the bowl, eat whatever I was eating. And we'd sit across the table and eat and talk. And it was just me and the cat for 2 years. Best conversations I ever had. Till now. Till now.
You know what I say about talking to yourself? You never lose an argument. You never win one, but you also never lose one.
I lose all the time. It's miserable.
It's fully
all right, guys.
All right, Chris. Have a good night.
Have a good
Good
one.
chat with you, Chris. Good night.
Good chatting with you.
All right, gentlemen. I am figured out for the night. I don't have any more space on this damn desk. I can't put another one
I'm
out.
disappointed in you, sir.
We haven't talked about action figures in 2 hours.
That's right.
Apparently, we're going into deep dives that I wasn't where we were going to go into.
We came here to talk to our toy therapist.
Yeah.
Where the hell
Yeah,
is he?
I got it. I got it.
Stepkids and
Are you a stalker, or are you a geek, or obsessed?
Oh, don't worry, Ed. We'll get you on, and we'll take care of that problem. As long as you're not a stalker,
I'm not
then
a
I can't
stalker.
help.
you know what? Payne, we have to figure out who's going to be on, so we're not having the same people on the same week. We've done it twice.
No, that was good, man. I enjoyed all of those shows.
I'll tell you what, Travis has been on everything for the last 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
swear to God, on Friday night when he was on Pain, I was like, man, I've seen this guy 100 times. I mean, I talk to Travis every day on Instagram, right? Because we're buddies. But
Yeah,
it's like
To
I've
be
seen this
to
guy.
be fair, he's getting ready to launch his Kickstarter. So,
For
you know,
sure.
gotta
But
get the name
you know,
out
it's
there.
like I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, man, this is like the 100th time I've seen Travis in 2 weeks. That's amazing.
You know what? I set it up like I don't know 4 weeks ago with Travis.
I set it up like 6 weeks ago. Like,
So it was a while, but
yeah.
I mean, I try to set up everything about 30 days out, Lawrence. But I can promise you, the guests that I have this week, it's somebody cool.
Oh, I
saw the hint,
funny,
so
like,
I'm very curious. I saw the hint, so I'm very curious.
I'm working on getting another person
Nice.
for the following week, and then I'll probably do a special day. I might even do a Monday.
Good luck.
I moved my show to Tuesday to start this week. So
At what time?
8:30.
Same time.
But you're gonna end at 9:30, right?
I never end at 9:30.
Well, unless your son wants to get off, and then you end at 9:30.
You know, I asked him after we ended the show, I'm like, why the hell did you have to get off there? He's like, I got things I got to do. I'm like, and you all know what that means.
Yeah. He's just done with it. That's all.
No, he had something he had to do. Mother Nature was calling.
Why
are you switching to Tuesday?
Because his work schedule changed.
Okay.
So it'd be better on Tuesdays anyway, because I don't have to I don't have to compete with the Loose But Complete. I don't have to compete with Toy Anxiety or unboxing art. Or unboxing art.
Yeah, Tuesday night at 8:30 is when Toy Anxiety. So
is that 8:30?
No, 9:30.
9:30.
That's why I said it.
Dude, I've been here for a while, dude. Can you hear me or what?
Oh, dude.
All right, good to see you.
Good to see you guys, man. I'm just here bullshitting. I'm like, you know what? I gotta go on right now. Even if I'm gonna get a call, I'll just hang out for a minute.
Aaron said we're all done, so we'll see you guys later.
Yep. Okay. Bye. I'm out. My bed's right there. We're
At least
good.
we know our lives are in good hands. That's all that matters.
Right.
Just wait a minute. I'm on a call.
What are you guys doing?
We have no idea at this point.
We don't
Not
know
talking
anymore.
toys.
You're talking about Andrew. Talking about toys. Talking about. Oh shit!
$10.
Ed was just saying how he switched Wednesdays so he wouldn't have to compete with a toy kind of mood, who might be on Wednesday, but it might be on Thursday, it might be on Tuesday. Hell, sometimes they do it on Monday.
And it's sometimes on Fridays. And then it's
well,
Saturday.
well, Aaron and Lawrence, you guys do the same show.
It's not the same show. It's not
the same show. I know. I'm bullshitting. This is so weird doing it on my phone. It's crazy. This is the first time I ever did it on my damn phone.
It's completely different on your phone.
Yeah, I'm like, let me plug this thing in.
Yeah.
Ryan says no more Travis approved.
Yeah. Oh shit! I told him. I didn't tell him shit.
Oh,
I think he got incensed when
Ryan's still up. Doesn't he go to bed at like 9?
Yeah, he's still up bullshitting. He's still up fucking around. He's still up playing with his toys right now.
Ryan, why don't you get out here?
He's playing with his wrestling toys.
Come on, let's get Ryan on. Aaron's like, I want to go. And we're like,
Aaron's like, I gotta go to bed.
I know.
The night's still young,
I will
Aaron.
shortly, gentlemen, because one way or the other, I still got to clean up. Can't leave without meal.
Do what Adam does on Radical Toys and just clean up while.
There you go.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's on the floor in my living room, so I gotta move it somewhere. It can't.
If only someone had a channel we could all move to.
I wonder who else has a channel here.
That's what I need to do. I need to be up all fucking night doing nothing.
I don't have a goddamn channel. I'm at work. Damn
it. Lawrence, you got to get back to that Ghostbusters thing.
I ain't watching it at almost 1 in the morning. Because I'll be asleep before.
You'll be up for hours after you stream.
What do you got to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll be doing it. That's the whole. Well, if I try and watch the movie now, I will be.
Lawrence will be, if he watches Ghostbusters now, he'll be having dreams like Dan Aykroyd did when he was in the fire station.
But you know,
Is it like 12? Is it like 12:45 right now, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
But Matthew will tell you, like when we do the movies, like when we watch them, like you don't watch a 2-hour movie in 2 hours because you're taking notes. That's when you're constantly pausing it, backing things up, and we do a shitty fucking movie.
Yeah,
So
if you do a shitty
you can
movie, you're like,
imagine the people that like put effort into it. And also, Tony, right now, are you going to be on? Yes or no?
yeah, I'm off. I'm off both those days, but I want to know the damn movies.
But we don't know until like.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
won't
gotta
know
do
until
a poll. You gotta
Thursday.
do a poll. You gotta do the poll, right?
Yeah,
But I
the poll
sent you
doesn't
the
get done
movies
until
that we're
Thursday.
polling.
Yeah, I looked at the schedule, and I'm off both those days, so it's all good.
Did you see?
You're gonna endure that.
The movies were.
I know, dude. Sometimes it's like, oh we're gonna make it fun. Fuck it, we'll make it fun.
But did you see the movies?
Which movies?
I sent you the text.
Oh no, I didn't. I can't.
So
I
the
can't
ones
get
we're
it. I'm on
voting
StreamYard.
on. Oh wait a minute. Wait, this is the old one because it has Ghostbusters on it. What
This
movies
is
were we
so
voting?
weird because I'm looking up. Up here is the TV screen, way up here, and then oh my god, I can't see myself right there. And then my phone is right here. I'm like, what the fuck?
What movies did we vote on? Do you remember?
Yeah, what?
Oh, I think I have it here.
There were a bunch of good ones that I was like, I think Tony'd be perfect for this show, no matter what movie gets picked.
You guys just did Tombstone, right?
Yeah.
I missed it. That was a badass one too.
That was a good one.
One of the best movies, man. It's one of the best.
Love it. I love it.
You know what? I don't have the movie. I sent you the old list because I just looked and saw Ghostbusters.
Well, now I'm disappointed in you, Lawrence.
Amateur.
First it was Aaron, now it's you.
Amateur.
Sleep. Your
Boom.
brain.
Your amateur hours.
I have no idea what movies we. Do you remember what movies we talked about?
Amateur hours. Don't be nasty.
Because I said I wasn't going to pick them because I'm not.
I think you guys should review Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
Ooh, I don't mind that at all. There's one scene that's my favorite scene, and if all you guys don't know it, something's wrong with each and every one of you.
One right after Cheech talks about how well it smells and tastes like.
Apple
pie. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Quentin's chair, and I wouldn't mind Clooney's chair in that scene.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Oh my goodness, she's still smoking hot.
Yeah.
She did an interview once talking about how she barely spoke English when she came over here, and Antonio Banderas helped her learn English.
Yeah, I know.
What a guy to learn English from.
Yeah, right.
No, that's the old. Lawrence, have you even posted the new poll? I'm only seeing the old poll.
Amateur hours, bro.
I don't even know what movies we.
Man, here you are, fucking around on this show all night when you're supposed to be doing your own stuff.
Well, it's good because I would have put the wrong movies.
That would have been hilarious.
What movies did we agree on?
Ghostbusters.
Apparently,
No, yeah, well, that's the next one because that poll.
What?
That's the last poll I see up, and it says Interspace Ghostbusters, UHF, Breakfast Club, and Beverly Hills Cop. That was the last poll that we had.
Ooh, Breakfast Club would be insane. Yeah.
What movies did we talk about? Don't make me go
Interspace,
back
that's
and
a
watch
good
my
one.
own stream.
Dude, you got to watch your own stream because I don't remember. And I thought you posted that poll already, but I don't see it anywhere.
All I got to say is I expected more professionalism from you, Lawrence.
Exactly.
Purely amateur.
Hey,
We're
come on,
watching the
you've
partnership
never watched my
blow up
stream?
in real time.
No wonder you have 6 monitors and 7 pages of notes every Monday night.
Aaron was all shocked that I actually had notes and shit.
I actually was.
I don't think I had notes to begin with.
I remember Aaron's first show, though. He had like a novel written for his first show. So.
Oh,
Yep.
And we had to listen to jazz the whole fucking time. Let's
Yeah.
not leave that out.
I like the jazz music. That was all right.
Yeah, but it was like
What?
super loud.
Yeah.
It was super loud the whole time.
Aaron, you had jazz music on the whole time?
Learning curves. It
I
did.
gotta go back and watch those.
Aaron didn't even know he had it on. At the end, someone mentioned it. He's like, oh, shit. I didn't even know I had that on there.
Yeah. Figuring out the UI was different.
Yeah.
Now that I've got most of it, I'm still not perfect at it, but it's better.
Oh, Ryan Sweeney's made some good recommendations for you.
Debbie does.
Yeah, I gotta keep looking up here
Well,
for
you
the
know what?
comment.
If he came on the stream when we were actually doing the show live, he could actually put his input forward on the voting scale.
We could do the Emmanuel series.
Wow. Red Shoe Diary.
I have no idea where I wrote that down.
Man, see how you are.
but we talked about it, and I said, like, I said, well, who do you want to do? Because the next one, I'm leaving for Florida the next morning, so I can pipe you guys in and let the show run, but I can't be on it, and then I won't be watching it because then I'll be gone through the week there. So
Good, we're gonna have me and Matthew will have a party.
I might have given you the wrong dates now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh shit! Wow. See how you are?
I thought you were canceling your Disney trip so you could buy more toys.
I wish.
Nope.
Although my son tells me today when we got in a fight, he's like, I don't even want to go. I'm like, then you need to tell me now because I'm spending thousands of dollars. I can leave your ass with your mom.
That's right.
Damn, I'm gonna go to freaking Michigan so I can take his place.
You can just drive over to Florida.
Yeah, I'll drive thousands and thousands of miles. Was it 9-hour drive from Arizona?
I don't know. I don't drive from there.
I would
Like
think.
well, I don't either,
It'd be
motherfucker.
longer than that. It's
Hey,
like a
dude,
4-hour drive just to
Tony.
get through Texas.
I was gonna say, Tony, you got to get through Texas. That takes 2 days.
That
Yeah,
takes
exactly.
freaking 5 days right there.
I was stationed at Fort Hood when I was in the Army, and I couldn't believe how long it took me to get to El Paso. I was like, holy
Oh my
Christ, how
god.
big is this state?
Dude, you're in Fort Hood, man. It takes you a day to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I still got to drive through Ohio and Georgia, and they're both awful. Ohio is just awful because it's Ohio.
Oh, bitch. No, thank you for that driving. Oh,
Mm.
All
well,
right,
Chad,
guys.
Are you driving the family truckster?
What?
Are you driving the family truckster?
Yep, we're taking the Dodge Journey right down. I got new tires on that bad boy.
You got the wood paneling, green
I hope
walls?
so.
What?
I said you got the wood paneling and the green walls?
I wish. It probably holds more.
The wood paneling and the inside refrigerator.
Hey, listen, I know people have disagreed, but that last vacation movie with the
Vegas
kids.
Vacation?
What?
Vegas Vacation?
No, the one with
When he
Ed
goes on the
Helms.
trip. Yeah.
I was dying laughing. Like
I
that
love
car.
that movie.
That car scene is absolutely hilarious when they go swimming in the toxic waste or whatever it is. FC Ryan knows Ohio sucks because he's a good Michigan boy.
I loved when they're driving in the car and that damn Alexa or whatever keeps speaking in Korean and yelling at him. That time,
Yes.
I laugh my ass off every time.
But the mirrors that go both ways. That was one of the last few movies, and I was with my ex. So what? It's been 10 years at least.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I had to stop it because I had tears in my eyes. I could not. I had to stop it.
It's just one of those movies you can watch and just laugh your ass off and enjoy. There's no purpose to it. There's no plot devices or nothing.
We got a call, brother. I gotta let you guys know.
All right, go say bye.
All right. Yeah,
Aaron, where are
Tony.
you at? Am I insulting the state you live in?
What's that?
Aaron, you're
Huh.
not in Ohio, are you?
What?
Are you in Ohio?
Hell no.
Okay.
I'm in worse. I'm in Dumbfuckistan.
Where?
Not in California.
Oh, Oklahoma. Listen, it is not worse than Ohio. There's nothing worse than Ohio. We should level Ohio, make it a parking lot, and so we don't have to change the states. We make Puerto Rico a state. So we
I
still
would
have 50 states.
Ohio out of New York any day of the week.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Ohio's better than New York. Ohio's better than California. I'm just saying.
No, Ohio State. Right there, it brings it down.
The Ohio State.
Yeah, fuck the Ohio State.
If you're gonna say it right, Lawrence.
Yeah.
The Ohio
But you know what? You know what's funny about that? And I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was. There was a guy, because obviously Michigan people make the joke about the Ohio State, but there was a guy that was on the radio, a journalism major, and he goes, "It's called the Ohio State for a specific reason because of how Ohio State is said. It has nothing to do. Well, obviously they call themselves now the Ohio State, but I guess grammar-wise, it would be pronounced the Ohio State. I don't even remember exactly what it was because we're like, we're not the Michigan University. It's not the, University of Michigan. So Allison's been to Ohio. I've been to California. I'd go back to California. I'd go to Detroit before I'd go back to Ohio.
Are any of you guys going to PowerCon in Ohio?
I'm not.
Looks like a good show, but no, PowerCon's not my thing.
Right in Columbus, right by all the inbreds of Ohio State.
Oh, dear God, Lawrence.
Listen, the horror stories that people from Michigan...
if we were in the same room, I'd be throwing paper at your head right now.
Okay, this is on you. This is all on your channel, so you're getting blamed for all of this.
You're poking the bears. We go get
wait a minute. First off, I've talked to Ted, and he has said the exact same thing.
People from Ohio definitely do not hold their state in high.
Well, except for the Ohio State fans.
Except for the Ohio State fans, right?
Yes.
Isn't
that Ted and Aaron are both dissed their state of Ohio.
I've literally talked to Ted about like the Ohio State, and he's like, those people are. Oh, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to say because he's scared for where he lives. For those people,
Ohio is definitely better than New York, though, man. I mean,
hey, listen, I believe that.
All right, guys, I think we need to wrap it up because I think Aaron's been trying to get off this stream for about the last 45 minutes now.
Oh, he's laughing. he's loving this.
I think these guys go.
Hey, Matt, who's Aaron?
Because I don't know when
I love you guys, but we got to wrap it up probably. So, I mean, I appreciate you guys, and I've got some work to do too. So I'm out. Good night.
And Lawrence has some Ghostbusters to watch, and I'm sure Ed's got planning for his cryptid show.
Nope.
No,
Mine's all done.
Wing that shit.
I wing it all, man. It's the best way to live your life, man. Shoot from
So
the
you're
hip.
a Winger fan.
I shoot from the hip. No, I don't like Winger.
Okay.
She's Only 17 was kind of a weird song.
Yeah, no kidding.
For a 30-year-old rock man.
Oh man. I'm sorry if I caused shit on your show.
Aaron, thank you for inviting me.
You can talk shit.
It was fun to come on.
And you know what,
Aaron? I'm glad Matthew came on.
3 hours. We got you to the 3 hours, man.
No, you got me 3 hours.
Allison says nobody likes Winger.
Nobody likes Winger.
I did hear the final countdown by Europe when I was driving today.
It was all the hair bands of the 80s. I mean, they were just another band. Cheesy, goofy crap. Recycled garbage. It is what it is in the 80s.
What song did Winger sing?
She's Only 17.
She's Only 17 was their only hit, pretty much.
That's what I thought. She's Only 17. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was saying, 25-year-old rock and roll star singing about she's only 17.
Yeah. It could be worse.
Times were different back then.
All right, gentlemen. I will appreciate
Good night, folks.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night,
Fun
hanging with you.
Bye.